What's up, everyone? It's your boy BLAZEDxENFERNO.
And I'm ENFERNAL and you're listening to episode 88 of the Infernal Gaming Podcast.
Yes, sir. We are recording this episode for you on June 18th. So, the day before it comes out, the day before Juneteenth. So, happy Juneteenth when you listen to this. And there's going to be a new time this episode is dropping and stuff like that. It will be dropping at 9 a.m. from now on. I know for the longest, probably the past 50 episodes, we've kind of stuck to this like 11 a.m. release date on like Tuesdays, and then we switched over to like 11 a.m. on Wednesdays. Now I think we're going to do 9 a.m. on Wednesdays. The earlier, the better, man. Get it in y'all hands so you can listen to it on y'all way to work, whatever the case may be. I mean, y'all have the podcast a little earlier. We're going to try this new time out, see how y'all like it. But if you're new to this show, just know you can listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. Links are in the description. Check out our personal links as well. Remember to rate the show 5 stars on Apple and Spotify to help us grow. I mean, that's very important. Make sure you like the episode if you're listening to it on YouTube. Comment if you listen on YouTube, because I know y'all always got a lot to say in my stream, which I appreciate as well. I do appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, if you know what I mean, it'd be nice, just drop a little something on the YouTube video if you're listening to it over there, whatever the case may be in the Discord. If you're enjoying the Liddy Gang Discord, man, we've been doing a lot of work over there. Well, over here, I should say. Got a lot of things going. Some events we're planning. And just trying to make a good community space for everybody to hang out and enjoy and talk games and try to get conversations going through, daily articles and videos, all that type of stuff, man. We got my boy Brock with the content, everything, man. So, if you're looking for a nice community to join, come on over and join the Liddy Gang Discord. You already know. Link is in the description. Episode 88, we getting up there, man.
Mm-hmm.
We are getting up there, bro. We're 2 away from 90. 12 away from 100, man. But we got a crazy episode for y'all, as y'all already know, man. We got to talk about a lot of different things. Just like we just said, we are recording this June 18th, at 8 in the morning. So literally like an hour and a half before the Nintendo Direct happens. So we're not going to be talking about that on this episode of podcast.
Honestly, it's for the better because we still got to talk about Ubisoft Forward and the Xbox Showcase. So
that's going to be
4-hour
lengthy
podcast if we talk about Nintendo.
Yeah, and their shit's supposed to be short, like 40 minutes. So
yeah, they already showed most of the stuff
Yeah,
off in the beginning of the year. So I can't imagine they're going to show anything other than maybe a little bit of extra gameplay for like Pokemon or.
Yeah, they already said they weren't going to be showing off none of the new Switch successor bullshit. So yeah, we'll talk about that when we talk about probably episode 89, maybe episode 90, depending on what we decide to do for the next episode. But before we start jumping into this one, the conversation, we always ask, what everybody's been playing, see what everybody's been doing. E-Night, what you been playing, man?
I've been playing Halo, Helldivers, a little bit of Baldur's Gate. I just booted up Battlefield.
That's good money, man.
Yeah. I've also been playing this game that's in open beta. It's called what is it called again? It's called Level 0 Extraction.
Oh yeah. Did you have to pay for that?
No, it's an open beta right now. It's probably going to be like $30-$40. I can see that. But I think I've talked about it before.
Yeah, you did. I put it on my wish list. How is that game?
You should try it out. It's actually pretty fun. So it's like Tarkov.
Downloading right now.
But instead of like going in as a scav to earn like cash, you can play as an alien and just hunt down other players.
That's dope.
Trying to do the extraction thing, but it's super casual. If you get wiped, you at least they have a system. At least I'm not sure if it's just for the beta or if this will be like a core mechanic. But like the system basically is like, oh, here's your starter kit, which is like a nail gun and some ammo and some flares and a flashlight.
Yeah.
So at the very least, you can go in somewhat kitted out for basic, like just getting shit and getting out. But it's pretty fun. I like it because it's got that alien sci-fi horror to it. So like the facility you run around in is on emergency power, so everything's dark. You have to turn on lights manually and everything. The aliens are affected by the UV rays from the lights and your like flashlights and shit. So like they have to play kind of like a stealth hit and run tactics and stuff like that.
Okay.
And they're not too overpowered. They can be really strong if you're caught off guard, but you can kind of beat them back with like flashlights and like guns and shit. They have a bunch of weapons. I think they just added a flamethrower, which I actually have, but I haven't used. So it's actually a pretty solid extraction shooter. I want to say when they add new aliens and maps, it'll probably get a little bit more. People will probably start complaining about balancing, but I feel like it's got a lot of potential for being
Okay.
like sitting on the roster of extraction shooters like Marauders and whatever other ones.
I'm playing one right now that I finally I picked it up at first. It didn't run, so I refunded it. And then I was
Is it
just,
early access game?
my boy Foxy came back and was just like, yo, I've been playing this game. And I was like, oh shit, I bought that, but it ran like shit. He was like, oh, you should totally get it again and like, change some settings and shit. So I bought it again, changed some settings, and I was able to play it. And that game was Gray Zone Warfare. I've been playing a lot of that, man.
That's that PvE one, right?
That's the PvE PvP one. It can be PvP, but it's highly recommended that in the beginning you play in a PvE only server because it is.
It's hard.
It's hard. It's not Tarkov hard though, but it's hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that shit's pretty. Like the thing I like about it, I guess we just go and jump into this real quick. The thing I like about it is like a seamless open world extraction shooter. So meaning,
so like Helldivers.
Something like that, yeah. Like how like with DMZ, like you load into a match, or you're in a constant match the whole time.
Oh, people are constantly coming in and
coming out. Yeah. So
yeah,
I've
always wondered if that's how Tarkov functioned, but I realized you're loading into like a whole match.
Yeah, a match. Yeah, it's a match. But with this, you're loading into a world, that is shared by everybody that's logged on right now. When people log out, more people come in. But it's like you have 3 different points on the map for 3 different factions. There's 3 different player factions that you can join into, and you only PvP against those other 2 factions that's not yours. So when you load into the map, you load into a base camp. You do all your stuff. You can access your storage, get your missions, all that. You can call in an infill to a certain point. A helicopter will come pick you up. It'll give you a time estimate, like an ETA, like it's gonna be landing in like a minute. Tell you where to meet it at. You get on the helicopter, and you drop into the combat zone. And it can be. That's one of them games, like, bro, don't play it unless you got like 3-4 hours. Yeah. Because
that's like a whole. It's like Arc and shit. Like,
yeah, man,
you can't get anything done in an hour or under an hour.
Yeah, like
no, I feel you. That's kind of why I like the Level 0 game, because it's a little bit more casual, but it does have like intense moments of like, holy shit.
That's good. That's what I like in extraction games. I need some type of, because the whole thing of extraction shooters, you've got this gear and you have a fear of losing it, because once it's gone, it's gone. You know what I mean? Like there's no saving or none of that shit. Like once you die, you die. Yeah. And I think, even this game, handles that well to a certain extent, because if you're playing in the squad, like I was playing in the squad the one time I've played it since I've re-owned it, we played like 4 hours, and we landed in. Our mission was super simple. Like, we had to go to a convenience store, I think another place, and another place, all in this little city. So we had to hit these 3 different points, scout it out, and that was the mission. That shit took us like 2.5 hours. I mean, with all the engagements we went through, just kind of playing smart, you know what I mean, being pretty tactical about clearing every building that we enter and holding down certain points. It took a good amount of time, but when, you know, somebody on your team dies, they respawn at base camp, and then they have a certain amount of time to come back to their body before their shit despawns.
Oh, so it just despawns altogether. It doesn't just like...
Yeah. So if you have like players that are, you know, teammates that are alive, they can hold down on the point, you know, where your body is, and wait for you to return. But if you die again on your way there, that's it. Like, it's over. You know what I mean, like that first death, all that gear is gone. So it's like it's one of those things where it's like it's rewarding to play as a team, because when you play solo, it's rough, man. I played solo by myself. I ran in with just like a pistol and an AK. I took off like most of my gear, just ran in there, and it was rough, man. It was rough to just kind of solo that shit, because it's just like Tarkov. Like, you get hit, you experience bleeding, or you may experience some type of other trauma, and there's like a health screen, so you have to use, you know, bandages, or apply a splint, or use this or use that. Like, you know, there's a certain level of, you know, care for yourself that you have to do, drinking water, eating food. So it's like Tarkov, but I don't think it's as extreme as Tarkov. Like, there's a mini map you can access. There's a map. There's
some like quality of life type shit in there. Okay.
Yeah, to where it doesn't seem like, because I think my problem with Tarkov is mostly just because it can be like very jarring a lot of times, and it can be like almost like insanely punishing for like newer players. I feel like, you know, my little bit of experience with extraction shooters jumping in, it was easy to get into. Once I messed with my settings right, I got it to the point where I can at least run that game at like 60 frames. So that's good enough for me. I mean, and the graphic quality didn't take a hit or anything. Like, it's still graphically pretty good. Some of the textures are a little like shitty, but overall, like, I can run the game. Because that was the problem I had, and a lot of people experienced from the beginning, was it's very intensive a game, and a lot of people couldn't get it to run properly, if not even, you know, good enough. So that's another extraction shooter for, you know, y'all to check out. It's like $34 or something like that to buy in. It's in early access. You know, I was asking, it is in early access, but there's a buy-in for it, and I do think this game it'll be good. It's got the longevity to it, man. For like, you know, the milsim market, man, they need somebody come up in there, and I think this game does it really well. Like, there's different ways to check your ammo, which I like. I like that. How you can literally, like, just, you know, check the clip, or you can do a full check, which you can check the if you got anything in the chamber, with the firing, you know, with firing setting you have it on, if you have it on single, burst, or auto, check the magazine, everything. So it's like it's a very in-depth game, man. It's very in-depth. You can literally break guns fully down and build like brand new guns. Like, you can buy like parts, you know, like a new for your M4, you can get like a new like gas. Forget what it's called, man. I know gun motherfuckers gonna tear me apart, and I'm a gun motherfucker, but I can't remember what it is.
Oh my God.
You could take like the whole internals out.
You
swap new
basically
internals
build
in.
like your own weapon.
Yeah. So it's pretty dope, man. It's pretty in depth. I like the game. Yeah, I've been playing that. And where we gonna get into just now, I just been playing, as y'all seen on stream, the final shape for Destiny.
How's that going out?
So
I heard good things, but I haven't
it's good.
Really looked into
It's good. It's worth returning for. I mean, I think for me, right? Because I wasn't going to get it at first. I was like, nah, Lightfall kind of.
You made me get which one?
Lightfall.
Was it Lightfall with Strand and all that shit?
Yeah, Lightfall, man. And Lightfall, probably like you, like a lot of other people, left a bad taste in my mouth. I feel like it wasn't what they
It just took too long to get to the new content. That's all my
wasn't even that. Like they made it seem like Lightfall was supposed to be like all the stakes, you know, it's just, you know, all this shit is happening. You're gonna be like totally underpowered, and you're in the middle of like a war and nothing. It didn't feel like none of that. It didn't feel like none of that. Even in the end, it didn't feel like none of that. The raid didn't feel like, you know, the raid was okay, but like as far as like the base story, the strike, and the after the post story content, none of that shit made me feel like, yo, like this was like I needed this. Like this Destiny story kind of needed this. The only thing it let us know is that the witness accessed the Traveler, and he got into the Traveler. So with the final shape, we're actually going into the Traveler. You know what I mean? You go into it, and it's beautiful. I mean, the level designs, like they cooked. They really cooked with the final shape, dog. As far as like level designs, the atmosphere, the story. You know what I mean? Like I can't believe these motherfuckers actually made a competent story within Destiny. The story was great. The boss encounters for the story were excellent. Like all of them were kind of like they were like raid level bosses. Like, you know, there was like a puzzle to be solved, or like there was like a sequence that you had to go through that was like really dope, that made the, you know, the story really engaging, or the boss fight really engaging. Prismatic is the new class, which is really not just a class. It
combines all the other classes together. You make
basically it's Destiny's way of saying we fucked up with this class system, the subclass system. I mean, which they did. I mean, and they've talked about it for a long time.
Kind of struggled with it, like even when they redid D2, like the class system, the way they have it, it's still like the same thing as the first game, just literally painted with the new coat of paint. Like it's, you pick a node and that's it.
Well, the problem is they never should have went in that direction to begin with. You know what I mean?
No,
like
it should have been more like RPG based. Like
exactly, and that's what Prismatic basically is. Like it combines light and darkness. So you have Strand, Stasis, Solar, Arc, and Void all in one, and you can pick. You know, you can have a Void melee with a Stasis grenade, and then a gunslinger, all, you know, Solar all. I mean, you can really change up and build like kind of like your dream class from everything that you've ever experienced in Destiny. And in a way that it allows you to unlock it is pretty dope. Like with Strand, they made you wait until all the way at the end of the campaign to unlock Strand and actually get
it. I hate when they do shit like that. Like that doesn't give me any time to really enjoy the class. I have to like go through the entire story to actually use it. And by then I'm using like a weird overpowered version of it.
Yeah.
So it's not even representative of what I can actually do. So I don't know why they do that shit. They did that with the Stasis one too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it took forever to get Stasis. Yeah, that shit was stupid. I'm like, I think like halfway through you should just have the full class, and then the rest of it
I
is just
agree.
helping you level it up.
Yeah, I agree. What they did here was really good. What they did was like they gave it to you from the door. And they gave you like a preset of skills that you can use with it. So it gave you like the stasis, melee. I think it gave you like an arc grenade, and then they gave you the stasis super. So you had like a really good balance of core abilities to start with. And as you progress through the story, you unlock more for your prismatic class, which is dope. And you don't unlock everything through the story mode because there's a post story. So the way they're doing the final shape, I really like. You know what I mean? As somebody who wants to be one of those people that kind of check out Destiny week by week, but we'll see how they do it with the pacing. But I hope they don't make you like commit serious time to it every week. Like I have to put a minimum of I got to do the raid every week. I got to do this every week. I think I'm gonna be able to play Destiny in a very casual way. I think they fixed one of my major issues with Destiny, and that's like I said, allowing you to just kind of play with the time that you have. Like you don't have to make this a full-time job. It seems like every 2 weeks or something like that, they will be dropping a new piece of story content throughout the whole what is this first season, which you get the season pass for free with purchasing Final Shape. So you don't have to buy Final Shape and then buy the fucking season passes like they made you do with Lightfall. You just buy the Final Shape and then you have the first season pass. So you get the Red Death, which was a exotic pulse rifle from D1. They brought that shit back. And then it seems like every 2 weeks they're dropping a new piece of content for you that's end game content that's really dope. But going back to the story, at least the story's really good. Allows you to unlock prismatic and build it up until you get to like the quote unquote final part of the campaign, which is really good. And then after that, you have like some little side quests you do in between to get to a 12-player activity, which is really good. Like you have a 12, it's like match makes you with I believe it's 3 other fire teams. So if it's like you're running a 3-stack, it teams you up with 3 other 3-stacks, and y'all do like this crazy all-out war mission together that ends with a very, very, very good story bit that I wouldn't dare spoil for any of y'all. Once y'all experience it for yourselves, and then you can really dive into the end game content. You got the raid, you got the strikes, PvP if you wish, Gambit if you wish. I mean, which PvP is.
Oh, they're still doing Gambit? Okay.
Yeah, there's tons of content. Like that's why I say like this compared to Lightfall is totally different. Like I would recommend even somebody like you come back to play the Final Shape because
I might in a bit, but like right now, no.
It's not one of those things that you rush to do, but it's like I feel very good about my purchase with this. I feel like again, story was good. The new content is pretty dope. The new weapons are really good. They brought back some old ones. I mean, so it's like a good balance of what you know and what you love, and then some new things for you to do. I didn't really get into any of the end game content yet. I didn't, but I plan on doing that. Maybe this weekend, I'm gonna dive more into that. So, as it stands, from just from base value, everything you get, I really enjoy. For $50, I feel like you get a good amount of content with this compared to Lightfall, which I really didn't feel like it was worth the money at all. I really think Lightfall was.
Yeah, like Strand is a cool class, but it's just the way they had it play out. I pretty much stopped playing after I beat.
And Destiny should never be that way. It's one of those things where it only gets better once you beat the campaign. Once you beat that, that's when you can really dive into the other content. They did really good with this. So with all that being said, I'm gonna give this. I mean, because I beat it, and I've done a lot of content. I can really review it now if I really wanted to. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of. I'm gonna give it a strong
9 out of 10 is pretty high.
Out of 10. Yeah, man. But I do think that it deserves it. I deserves it. I think the content and what you get in the package is just from base value is really good. So I'm gonna give it a 9. I think it's good. I think $50 isn't a bad buy-in price. You know what I mean? Don't let life fall, because I know a lot of people like me, like life fall just kind of left a bad taste in their mouth. It was like, I'm going to wait until it's like $20, $30. You can do that, but I'm just saying, like, if you want to jump in now and if you're like a Destiny day one person like I was, you definitely want to grab this, man. Get up in there and enjoy the content because there's a lot there now. There's a lot there. Even with the like they've done really well with the Find My Fire Team thing. So you can really like actually find a fire team that's, trying to do activities that you're trying to do and are like-minded like you. So it's like even if you don't have any friends, like you can literally find a fire team and work together to do the raids and stuff whenever you want without having to, build a rapport with a clan or with other people. You can really just do the looking for group thing, the LFG thing within the game, and it's really good too. I like that. So Destiny's good right now. Destiny's good.
That's
Destiny's
good to hear.
very good. Now, another game I'm playing in my second review for y'all, it's not that easy of a game to review, man. And it's not because it's bad, it's because we talking about Dragon's Dogma 2, man. Dragon's Dogma 2. So I beat the game this week. I think I ended the game with 38 hours in it. So not bad play time for a first playthrough. I've already started my second. You know what I mean? So that should let you know something right there. I've already started my second. I'm going to just like really jump head first into this and then kind of pick things apart as we go. I really like this game. Like really, really like this game. And to be honest, as I was telling people on stream, this year for gaming has been kind of slow or dry. I feel like all the heat came out last year. So this year's been kind of like the chill year. People are just kind of, finishing their backlog like I am and kind of waiting for the fall games to come out, which we'll be talking about later. But Dragon's Dogma came out back in March, same day as Rise of Ronin. And it was a game I wasn't initially going to pick up, but I had a bunch of friends tell me like, yo, man, like you love Skyrim, you love games like this be right up your alley. And they weren't wrong. The game is, and I've played maybe an hour or two of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, the first game. So I had some kind of understanding of what Dragon's Dogma is, but I never really dived into it. But yeah, this game is heat, man. Dragon's Dogma 2 might be the most slept on game of the year. For obvious reasons, if you don't know, the game kind of launched in a abysmal state for some people. The PC performance was, for some people, was kind of shitty. The console performance for some people was kind of shitty. A lot of people were kind of turned off by the microtransactions that were offered on release in the store. Like you can buy
all the time
fast travel points, and you could buy, revives and stuff like that. You can buy character creator because you only have one save file, which is a negative in my eyes for this
Yeah,
game.
no, I
have,
feel like that should.
Yeah,
They're probably gonna try and sell you more save files.
yeah. You get one save file, which that's why this game's so hard to review for me, right? Because every negative I'm gonna give this game, there is a defined reason why that is, right? There's a defined reason why that is for every negative I'm gonna give you. And that's why it's hard to review this game because, like I said, this game only has one save file, right? You can't save when you want to save. You can only save when you rest, at a campfire, at an inn, or when you close the game, right? Or you could save randomly. You can save and continue, but you can't like load a save. You know what I mean? All of your decisions, kind of like a Dark Souls game. It's just it is consistent. You know what I mean? Like, so if you fuck up and do something stupid, like I've done 1,000 times in my playthrough, you have to eat that. And you have to, figure out your way through or do what you got to do to get out of that problem. Because there's a lot of things that can happen. I'm pretty sure those that know about Dragon's Dogma know about Dragon's Plague, which is literally a disease that your pawns can get.
Funny when they all found out about it.
Yeah, man.
Oh man,
didn't happen to me in my playthrough. It happened. One of my pawns caught it. It was Foxy's pawn that had that shit, and there's like a clear warning before they like basically like go berserk. Like they let you know, like, yo, man, like yeah, my actions aren't my own, and they get to like trying to attack you. So it's like you can save them by like picking them up and throwing them in water. That kind of like resets them, from what I heard. So that's what I did to his character, and I didn't use him for like a couple hours, and then I went back to a stone and picked his character back up. I mean, so there's a lot of decisions you make in the game that just kind of are permanent. Like a whole town can get wiped out, and that's something you have to live with. You know what I mean? For your entire playthrough. You know what I mean? For some people, that's a negative. For me, I like shit like that.
Yeah, that's kind of how we're running our Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
We're just whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, I like all my decisions to be permanent. So with that being said, that could be a negative for some people. For me, it's not. I think the one save file thing, because at the end of the day, this is where this review gets hard. The game is an RPG. For me, I like to play RPGs in a very immersive way. Like I like to kind of role play and be a person in this world and, kind of play a specific way to where I feel as though I'm, interacting with the world as if I'm living in it. You know what I mean? Hence why I didn't stream this game at all. I didn't stream it at all because with those types of games, I just feel like it's a intimate experience. I mean, it's something that I can't play and be talking to chat at the same time. I have to just kind of lock in. And the one save file thing kind of just turns me off. Like, I mean, I get it because at the end of the day, it is an always online multiplayer game. It is. I mean, it's a multiplayer game, even though it's single player. It's multiplayer in the sense that every player has a pawn, which is a AI controlled character that you create. You give them a vocation, all that stuff, which again is another thing of why, having multiple save files, you don't need to because you can be any class you want to be in this game on the fly. You can literally change it on the fly. Like if you want to be an archer, okay, you can just go to an inn, talk to the vocation guild. You can be a fucking archer now. I mean, so you don't need multiple save files to make multiple classes, but just me being who I am, I want to have different characters to immerse myself in different ways. But everybody has a pawn, and you can give this pawn quests and go out and search for other players to join their party and help them out, and everything that you discover, your pawn discovers with you. So if you find a chest and then your pawn gets picked up by another player, your pawn will be like, hey, when I was with my master, there was a chest in this area. Do you want me to take you to it? And you can say, yeah, and then it'll take them to that chest. You know what I mean? So it's like a multiplayer game in a sense. Like you guys you're playing co-op without playing co-op because you're never playing with another player. You're just playing with their pawn. You know what I mean? You can have up to 3 with you at a time. And y'all explore and do different things. Like I said, there's all different types of vocations. There's mages, there's archers, there's all types of warrior classes, heavy, great swords, all types of shit. A negative for me, I say, is the story. I don't think the story was the main quest itself was that good. And I know like a lot of people are going to tear me up for this, like that do really like the game. Well, Skyrim didn't have a great story. Skyrim had a very serviceable main quest.
Skyrim was like, it was cool because it was dragons, all right? And there was like, the ending of that quest was a little bit like, not the greatest thing, but it wasn't terrible, right?
Bro, this game's main quest, you really don't even know it's ending until you get there. That's how like weird the story is. Like it feels like the whole main story, you're just doing side quests. And then all of a sudden you just get to this big part of the game where you feel like an end is coming, but then you realize that no, you're at the end. And it's like, damn, what the fuck? Like we're here already? You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird, you know what I mean, in that sense. So the main quest is kind of ass. The multiple endings is cool. I got the true ending, I mean, and I didn't cheat to figure it out. I actually just kind of randomly did some shit and kind of figured out the mechanic with the true ending item, you know what I mean? And I used it at the right time and got the true ending and stuff like that. But even with the true ending, the game isn't like, the story isn't like all that good. The main quest in the world is the best part about it. I mean, like I said, like there's a bunch of side quests and a lot of them are time-based. You know what I mean? So it's not like one of those things where you could tell a motherfucker, oh yeah, I'll help you out, and you just never do it. It's one of those things like if you don't help that character out in a set amount of time, like you can actually lose the quest and the quest will be gone. I mean, I like that. It gives you some type of like urgency. It makes you feel like the world is actually persisting. Like things are actually happening to the point where, hey, you know what I mean? Like there's some type of urgency behind the side quest. So it's one of those things like you're better off like telling somebody no in a lot of cases than telling them yes in a lot of cases. Because they can actually
you come back and just be like, yes.
It depends. I mean, like yeah, you can do that for a lot of them that I did. Because I told a lot of people like, no. But I told a guy, yeah, one time. It was like, I'll do it later. And then he died. and then he died. And it was just like, all right. You just go up to him, you use a wake stone on him, revive him, and then they're just like, yo, what the fuck, bro? You're supposed to be there. So it's like, I like that. The world is really good. The monsters are really engaging. The battles can be really good. Like the first time you fight a griffin, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but the first time you fight a griffin, it's just going to be an experience on its own that's going to make you be like, wow, this game is amazing. You know what I mean? Like, it's really good. But it's like, without going like too in, like I said, I think, for a lot of people, the fast travel is going to be a problem. And I've talked to Black and Foxy about this the other night because I look at it as a negative because I feel as though at a certain point in the game, you know what I mean, after you put like X amount of hours into a game, we all get to that point where we just kind of want to get to the thing. You know what I mean? We don't want to have to walk. You know what I mean? And that's a problem within itself, right? You have a stamina system, But even when you're not in combat and you're sprinting, you're using stamina. So you have to kind of like walk, you know.
Are there mounts?
No.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, there's no remedy to that. You know what I mean? And like I told them, this is coming from somebody, like, again, I really like Starfield. Like, really, really like Starfield. Some of those, maps in Starfield can be really big. Planes can be really big, and you got to walk everything, at least for now, because we're getting vehicles soon. But you got to walk to everything. But I felt like you got to the thing faster in that game than you do in this game. And that can make a break for some people, man. Like, I can see that being a general concern for a lot of people, because sometimes completing side quests is very tedious, because 1 minute it's like you take a quest on one part of the map, you got to go all the way to the other side of the map, and you got to go all the way back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit can make or break you sometimes, and be like, you know what? Like, I don't feel like doing that right now. I'm going to save and quit and come back to that later, because I just don't feel like this right now. Like, there's a fast travel, that you can use, but it's very limited, because you have to have port crystals, which are like beacons that you place down that you can fast travel to if you have fairy stones. So it's very limited. Like, you can't just fast travel all over the place. You have to have an item to do it, and you have to have set points to go to, specific points that you want to. Most major towns have a port crystal, but that's major towns. I mean, if your quest resides in a not major town, well, guess what? Now you got to take an ox cart out there that can get attacked. You know what I mean? And if you don't defend it, it can get destroyed, and then you're stranded, and you got to walk to your motherfucking objective that you just paid to have an ox cart take you. You know what I mean? Or you just got to thug it out and walk it out, man. Like, that can make or break for a lot of people. And after, 40 hours of playing it, I was kind of frustrated with that shit too. I ain't gonna lie. Like, there was at a certain point where I was like, all right, I just want to get to the thing, get this shit done, and move on. Get playthrough part 2 started. So, I do, and like I said, for every negative, there's a reason behind it, a remedy behind it. But I think the core problem with the fast travel, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to hit y'all with a perspective I see the internet say it all. The problem that I have with the fast travel, because I've done multiple playthroughs of Skyrim with no fast travel, like literally just walked everywhere or rode my horse everywhere, right? I think the thing with Skyrim and games like Starfield is there's things in between, you getting to point A to B that make that journey of doing that fun. You know what I mean? It makes it engaging. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're fighting off bandits and you're doing stuff, but there's radiant things that happen. You know what I mean? I think at a certain point in that game, the radiance just kind of stops. I mean, you've explored that cave that you ran into, or you fought this Cyclops, or you did that. Once you take care of those things and you're backtracking on the same back paths that you've already been through before, you just kind of lose interest in it, because nothing ever happens again in that area to make it interesting to go down that path again. Like, you could take the path from Windhelm to Whiterun 4 times, and all 4 times are going to be different. You might have a skooma drug dealer jump you, a Dark Brotherhood bandit. You might discover this cave. This random bear might come down. This fucking dragon might fly out the sky. You know what I mean? There's a certain level of radiance that keeps you engaged and makes that journey fun. But at a certain point in that game, it just stops. And it's just like, all right, I'm just holding forward on my controller, and I'm hearing this person go because they're tired every 5 seconds. That shit it can get annoying, dog. But overall, right, I really like this game. I don't want to be biased. I don't want to be biased because there's clearly negatives with this game. We got to talk, I'm not going to go into the performance. I think we talked about it before. The performance is kind of poor. I played on PC. The performance was like pretty good for me on PC, but you could tell there was times where the game kind of, struggled. You know what I mean? And I heard people on console had the same issue. Some people on console didn't, but, a lot of people on console can't tell the difference between 60 and 30 frames or lower. You know what I mean? Sometimes.
You definitely tell if it's stuttering, though.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people are just kind of ignorant to performance sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I do think it's an issue, but it's not like a crazy one. Like, it's not that bad. Like, they told everybody from the beginning, it's a variable 30 frames. I mean, sometimes it can go higher than 30 frames, but the target is always to be 30 frames. You know what I mean? So it's like performance can struggle depending on, your machine and what you're playing on and all that. But overall, I think this game is really good. And you're going to see a trend of these types of games this year. I'm going to call them the almost 10s. You know what I mean? I'm going to give this game a 9. This is going to be the first ever time I do this on the podcast, by the way. We always give a game like a solidified number, but I can't do that with this. I can't. So I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. You know what I mean? It's almost perfect. It's damn near almost perfect. But if I'm going to be real like I was with Helldivers, I was very real with Helldivers. I gave it a 9. I said there's certain things I don't like about it. I put my bias into it, but at the same time, I gave a specific reason and a valid reason, for a listener or somebody that I'm trying to persuade to play Helldivers that, hey, you may have the same frustration and issue as well. I'm going to do the same thing with this. The fast travel could be a frustration for you. The one save file could be a frustration for you. You know what I mean? So with all that being said, I'm going to give it a 9.5. I really enjoy this game. I think it's one of the best games of this year this far. I know it's not going to get a Game of the Year nomination or anything. I think this game I think it got buried, bro. I think people done forgot about it. They literally done forgot about it.
I did forget about it until you brought it up today.
Exactly.
To be honest with you. But that's only because I've never played it.
Yeah, it definitely kind of got swept out. You know what I mean, swept under the rug. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but you're definitely going to see it on my top 5 for the year. That's for damn sure. Like, this game was really good, and I think that's what's going to be the trend for this year. I don't think we're going to get a 10 out of 10 game, at least from me this year. Everything's looking like a 9, a 9.5, an 8, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's good that a lot of these games are hitting like that 7 and up range. But yeah, this game, I'm gonna give it a 9.5, man. Like I said, that fast travel, if I'm being real with you, mechanically, I know why it's there and why it's implemented that way. But it could be an issue. If I'm trying to get you, like, let's say I'm trying to get Eknight to buy this game, that could be an issue for him. That could be like a deal breaker for some people. One save file, that could be a deal breaker for some people.
It kind of might be a deal breaker for me, to be honest.
Yeah, man.
At least buying it at full price, because it's like, even in Baldur's Gate, I have like 5 save files.
Yeah, man.
Partial.
I feel you on that. I'm one of those people. Like, I like to make multiple characters and immerse myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I make like I think the last character I made in Skyrim was a drow, dark elf, thief, stealth, illusionist that also dabbled in like those spider scrolls you could create and shit. I made that. I remade that for my Xbox 360 days. And there,
yeah,
I was
man.
having fun with that.
And another thing is, what I don't like is the dialogue sucks in this game. Like, there's really no dialogue. Like, you can't like, persuade somebody or say
There's
this
no
or
dialogue
say that.
system.
You're kind of like a silent protagonist, and sometimes you deal with issues by using the game's mechanics. So let me give you an example real fast. Like the two NPCs could be arguing, and your objective is to break them up. Obviously, y'all know in this game, if you played it, the combat is very relying on like grabbing things and picking things up. So instead of talking to these people to try to get them to persuade their thing, you literally just pick one of the NPCs up and move them away from the other one. And that's how they solve their issue.
That's fucking lit.
It's lit, but it's like, again, like I like dialogue, man. I don't like just being a silent fucking protagonist the whole time. But that's just a pet peeve. I don't think that's a negative on the game. I just think, for a lot of people, an RPG game, again, you're supposed to feel immersed. There's times where I feel very immersed in this game. Sometimes I honestly feel like overly immersed in the game because, again, with the lack of fast travel and certain other things, it just kind of makes you lock in a certain different way. It's like when nighttime comes, you really are looking for an inn or a campsite to sleep at. Recover your stamina and eat and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I think this game just has mechanics and things that'll just kind of make or break for certain people. But I highly recommend it. Great game. 9.5 out of 10, man. First ever with the Liddy Gang seal of approval on that motherfucker as well.
Shit.
It gets that joint, man. This game is dope. I 100% recommend. All right. So boom. Let's move on to. Got the reviews out the way. I had a third one for y'all, but I'll save it for the next one when we talk about games again. But let's talk about all this news. We got a lot of things to go through, man. A lot of fucking gaming news. Summer Games Fest just happened. And with Summer Games Fest, because E3's gone. RIP to E3.
Yeah.
So now all these publishers and
it's like we're getting a showcase like every few weeks during the middle of the summer.
It's dope. So we just gonna get right into one of the biggest shows this year. One of the biggest W's Xbox has ever taken was the Xbox Showcase 2024, man.
Bro, this showcase shit on everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Like Sony should be ashamed, dog. Like,
bro, Sony Showcase showed like 2 new games that they're working on that might be like considered first party. Right, like what is it, Concord, and then like that PS5 mascot game.
Oh, the Astrobot thing,
which didn't look bad. It looked like a Mario 64.
People love Astrobot, man. So
it looked pretty good. Like if I had a PS5, I would definitely probably pick it up, but I don't. So
I think it's gonna be free.
Oh, lit! It's pretty high quality for free.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. Well, when you buy a PS5, it comes installed with an Astrobot game, and it's like half tutorial, half game. Like it shows you how to like use the controller and stuff like that. Like,
okay, I remember they had it for PS4, but it was like terrible.
Yeah.
But So like, they only had really 2 new games to show off. Everything else was like third party or like coming to PC or something like that, like God of War.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, there's so many games in the Xbox Showcase, and some of them, I don't know. Like, do you want to start it off? Are we gonna go through each game or what?
Yeah, I think we're gonna skip something. Like we're gonna talk about it.
I want to just talk about Call of Duty first. Get that out the way.
No, I say that for last, man.
Okay,
let's keep the listener listening a little longer, man.
Oh yeah, because they only really listen to this for Call of Duty reviews.
Facts.
All right, so how do you feel about Doom?
Lit. Might be a day one.
It's a
might
day
be
one.
a day one cop.
It's a day one. You got Doom Shield
I didn't beat
mechanics.
Eternal yet.
Dude, it is good. I need to go back and play the DLC because I know they came out with DLC for it.
Yeah, I have the DLC and everything. I bought the Game of the Year edition for that, Joe, maybe a couple months after it came out, and just never played it. I definitely need to play that, Joe.
Yeah, no, the Doom Eternal was fucking one of my favorites. Doom 2016 was all, huh?
I might stream it, to be honest.
I might stream it too after I get through all these games. I'm playing Black Mesa right now, which
Yeah.
has actually been a lot of fun. But dude, Doom just look. You get a dragon. I thought we had to fight the dragon. Now you get to ride the dragon.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Doom mechs. We get to actually pilot those this time around. And the Captain America shield's actually pretty dope. There's a parry system.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking dope.
So for the listener, man, this Doom Dark Ages is a prequel game, essentially. Kind of like a prequel game.
I think
like
it's during like the war between his people and then the hell people.
They were like Middle Ages and shit like that. I mean,
Middle Ages, but in space and super kind of more high tech.
Yeah, it's dope, man. It's dope. That might be a day one for me, depending on what else comes out. Because it comes out this year. Like, it's dropping this year.
It's coming out in 20.
Day one on Game Pass, by the way.
Yeah, most of these games are day one on Game Pass, including Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So I actually got Discord. Literally just gave me 3 months of Game Pass, so I'm going to use that for COD. Well, I've never used it before, so I'm just like, fuck it, I'll use it now.
Yeah, facts, dog. Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, they showed off this Doom game that was pretty good. Let's talk about some of these weird ones. Let's talk about State of Decay 3, man. How'd you feel about that?
It's a zombie game.
Not gonna lie.
The last two State of Decays, I was like, it's a zombie game. This third one, I was like, it's a zombie game. But it's good for the people that like that, because there's clearly love for that franchise.
Not gonna lie, the thing about this showcase, right? And this is what I said to myself. Obviously, I'm buying Call of Duty. Like, I'm buying it. Like, I'm paying for it. Like, I'm not one of the people that I'm getting Game Pass for this shit. But there's a lot of things on here that when I looked at it, I was like, that'd be a good reason to get Game Pass. You know what I mean? And I think that's what a lot of people did when they watched this showcase. They were like, oh, this is a good reason to buy Game Pass. Like, Doom Dark Ages, I'll actually cop that. Like, I'll buy that to have in my collection. Yeah, I'll buy that. But State of Decay 3 looked like a game. Like, I was like, yo, definitely you'll get Game Pass for that. Like, I'll
check
get
it
Game
out.
Pass to get that. Yeah, like, I don't want to own that, but I do want to play it. And if I got to pay $15 1 month, I mean, what is that at Wawa? That's a bag of chips and a fucking hoagie damn near. So, I mean, I'll pay that. A hoagie's like $9 and a bag of chips can be
God
like.
Damn, it went up. No, I was going to say.
It's Hoagie Fest right now.
It's Xbox Game Pass 15 for Xbox players, or is it 10 for PC?
For Xbox, if you want the ultimate, which comes with Xbox Live, which you need on Xbox, and you want access to all the games, then yes, it's 15 or 16. But if you want Xbox Live, they have a core version for Xbox people. It's called Xbox Game Pass Core, which is like Xbox Live, and then it comes with like 25 games. And they swap them out every year. But it's usually like all their first party games. So it's like you don't have the huge library, but you get the first parties, which is good for some people. But on PC, you obviously know you got the $10 tier, which gives you everything. And you have the ultimate tier, which gives you everything, but allows you to play on your phone and on your Xbox. So if you don't have an Xbox, but you own a PC, you're probably only going to get the $10 version. Even though the $16 version is kind of worth it because you get EA Play too. So you can play like the EA games that come out and stuff like that. But, there's different tiers. You know what I mean? For Xbox people, I see a lot of people, they just get the $15 joint. To be real with you, I'm probably just going to get the $10 joint for a lot of these games, like State of Decay 3. I really want to play that. Like, that looks like that'll be a fun game. Fuck around with the guys on, like, you know what I mean? How did you feel about Fable, man?
I want to see a little bit more gameplay.
That's what everybody's been saying, man.
I want to see a little bit more. Man. It was there was a little snippet like during the trailer, just a small amount, but like I need to see more of it before I go, oh, that's a day one cop, or I go, I'll check it out on Game Pass. Because I prefer Skyrim style, which I'll get into because there's another game that looks like Skyrim, but it's not Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer Skyrim style of combat or type of RPG where it's first person, third person. Fable has always been kind of like odd to me. Like I've played the older ones back on the 360 era. It's just I was never super into it.
It feels childish. It feels arcadish. Like it doesn't feel like an in-depth RPG.
I don't mind all that though. But like that's it. It's whether or not the combat's good or whether or not like the storyline is good. I will enjoy that. Like I enjoyed Inquisition when that came out, and I wasn't super into turn-based RPGs at that time. So like I was like, oh damn, I fucks with this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if I see more gameplay, it'll determine whether or not I'm checking it out on Game Pass or day one cop. I don't think it's going to be a day one cop though.
Yeah, I think that's going to be for me. That's definitely Game Pass. Like I'm excited to play it.
Yeah, I want to check it out.
I want to see more.
There's a lot of hype around it, but I think another RPG that I really low key was
Hold on
curious
real quick before we jump off of Fable real quick. Before we jump off, the only thing I want to say about it is the only reason I'm skeptical about Fable is because Fable to me never felt like they went all in with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Lionhead Studios doing this one because Lionhead Studios is no more essentially. I mean they're gone. So hopefully whatever direction they go in with this Fable game, it seems there's no 4 on it. So this might be a full-blown reboot, which could be good for the series.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think you need like most of these RPGs don't really need a direct sequel. Most of the time, you're just playing a point in time in the history of the RPGs franchise, like Skyrim is. When Oblivion Crisis, you play a point in time in that, and then in what's it called? Morrowind. It's before that, but it's like again you're playing in Morrowind. Like you're just playing during key histories of the events.
Yeah.
So I think this is probably going to be a reboot. I think that's why they just went with Fable.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that it's just like the old Fable. I think was more about like how your actions affect the world around you.
Yeah.
So because I'm pretty sure Fable 3 had like some weird conquest system or some shit. I don't remember.
I don't remember neither.
Yeah, I only played like I think the second one, and it was all right.
People love the second one. That was like the best one to a lot of people.
Yeah, but no, it's again this game is like to me it's like a meh, but only because I haven't seen a lot of gameplay. When I see
didn't
gameplay,
really show anything. A lot of it was like cutscenes,
and there was a little bit of like third person camera work there. I wasn't sure it was gameplay or not, so that's why I just am waiting for that, which is fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's not coming out anytime soon, as far as I'm aware.
But what were you excited for?
Avowed.
Absolutely, 100% day one cop.
So I first saw it. They showed off the trailer. I was like, all right, it's more like a cartoony style Skyrim. Like it's got that art style to it, right? I wasn't like too hyped about it. But it's like, okay, since we're waiting for Elder Scrolls 6, since the teaser has been like 6 years ago for that fucking shit. Fucking Todd Howard out here just like jerking us around. This might be a good game to like fill in the gap. I think this is made by Obsidian, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So this one, and there's another one that's like a Fallout clone that I'm looking forward to as well. So Avowed is like Skyrim style combat. One hand does one thing, another hand does another thing. I think that's lit. I'm interested in the story. Seems kind of interesting. The world seems interesting, and I'm just hoping that it's not like I won't be mad if it's like a 7 out of 10, right? You know, if it's more
7 out of 10 is good.
Yeah, I'm not thinking this game's gonna be 10 out of 10. 7 out of 10 is totally fine. But I just don't want it to be shit when I buy it or get it on Game Pass or whatever.
Definitely copping this. This is day one. This is definitely day one. This is one of those reasons why. I mean, I'll definitely copy. It looks good. It always looked good. I always like the key art for it, like the art. The box art looked really good. Like, and Obsidian
the box
cooks.
art is what I like about the game. That's why it's 10 out of 10 day one cop.
Obsidian cooks, dog. They cook. So
I mean, yeah. So like, I've been a little hesitant because Outer Worlds was a good game, but it was also like not as good as their last actual game, which was Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. Hopefully they can cook with this one. But there's also another game that's like similar to Fallout. And I'm pretty sure, because I don't remember the name exactly. I'm pretty sure it's called Atomfall.
Atomfall, yeah, that's it.
And I was like, oh, this gives me really just first-person Fallout vibes. So
I don't know how I feel about that one. That's a game.
That
one,
yeah, that one is like I'm kind of keeping my eye out because I like the Fallout series. So if there's like a third party like take on that, I'm all for it. See if that one's good. It had giant robots and stuff like that. Those are two of my like low key just like keeping an eye on and want to play pretty much day one when it comes out.
Yeah, it might be good. Like I really do think that Atomfall game might be.
It might. That's what I'm saying. Like people are like, it's basically like Fallout at home or Skyrim at home type vibe to it. I have to see more gameplay for it, but if it's anything like that, then it might actually be decent.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about Dragon Age Veilguard? Because I heard a little bit of controversy over this game.
Yeah, man. A lot of people don't like it, man. A lot of people don't like it, man.
Is it so I think it's mainly because they're going away from turn-based combat and going for full blown third person action.
Let's be real, man, right? Inquisition, right? It had a mode similar to Baldur's Gate where you could Baldur's Gate, obviously, when you get into combat, it's always turn-based.
Right.
With this, there's a mode where you could like actively slow things down and just give orders. I mean, to people and shit. I mean, but overall, the game was just an action-based game. I mean, you had cooldowns on your abilities and stuff that made it feel like a turn-based game. But overall, it was an action-based RPG.
I mean, that's kind of how I had to play it. Like you couldn't really react fast enough or keep an eye on the battlefield at the same time and also in real-time combat. I think I remember like my whole party got wiped fighting a thunder dragon. I had this like I forget what his name was. He was like the warden dude that you meet. But he was like he had this ability that just basically gave him free armor every like turn, and I just kept spamming that and just chipping away at this thing's health nonstop. But yeah, no, it was I enjoyed that, but at the same time I was like, it's a little wonky. The combat that I see here, it looks like it's Mass Effect style third person, but not like, you're locked on the ground. Like I feel like there are jumping mechanics and shit like that you can exploit or something. But it's also like you're giving commands to your squad that are with you. And so I'm thinking that it's like they're like a light Mass Effect take on this series.
Yeah.
To see where to go. And I don't think a lot of people like
let them cook, man. Let them cook. I think they got some because when I saw the gameplay, like when I first saw the original the Xbox showcase trailer, I was like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing with this. And then the next day they had a whole video on YouTube.
They've actually shown more gameplay of this than pretty much anything else that I've seen from the showcase.
And the gameplay had me kind of sold. The gameplay was like, okay, I can get behind this. It doesn't look like you're making your own. It doesn't look like you're making your own character this time around. Seems like they're going with like set characters and they're all having their own backgrounds and stories, and that could be.
I think that's similar to like to the Inquisition, where it's like you pick a class and then you're playing that class pretty much the entire time, and you can modify it later down the line. So like I think it'll be fine. I'm just like, the dialogue is like a little dry. I think that's something that if they don't nail that, or if it's like they don't polish that back up before it comes out, it's gonna be probably like a bland ass story.
Yeah.
And I think the visuals could use a little bit reworking, at least with like some of the characters, because that boss fight was dark as shit, and I could barely see what was going on with all the flashing purple and
it's too colorful.
It's not that it's too colorful; it's the backdrop doesn't like show and
match
like it's too dark, and then you have a creature that's like dark but is like neon, and then like your character is like they're playing as a rogue, so he's already stealthy. He's wearing like a hood and shit. So it's like it's already like bro, like I can't see what's going on. So that might also affect it.
I say let them cook, man. I think that game.
I'm gonna let them cook. I'm gonna try what they're cooking, but like if it comes out bland, it's probably gonna be like a 6 out of 10 type game, which isn't bad. I don't think the game's gonna be bad. I just hope the story and the dialogue need to be a little bit more improved.
Yeah, it's definitely got some shoes to fill, man. Especially after the last Dragon Age game ain't come out.
And it is a sequel.
Years.
Like it's an actual sequel to what happened in Inquisition. Like they're reoccurring characters.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I just hope it's not terrible. Yeah.
Let's see. You don't care about this Indiana Jones game, do you? Because I really don't care.
I'll try it.
I appreciate it, but I don't care for it.
It looks good. It just it's not a franchise I was ever into.
Okay.
But that flight simulator, though.
Yeah, a hard pass. How you feel about Stalker 2, man?
Dude, I actually want to try that. That looks really good.
Yeah, I want that too.
That looks like an extraction shooter, but like just first person or single player.
Yeah, from what I know, Stalker's an open world type game like Metroid. Not Metroid, Metro.
Yeah, that's what I compared it to. I think when someone asked me about it, I was like, yeah, it kind of looks like open world Metro with all the creatures and stuff in there. So like, I'm gonna definitely play it.
I think it comes out this year too. I'm definitely gonna play that. It's a Game Pass game.
But what about? Are you excited? Right? About Perfect Dark?
Absolutely.
I actually I was like, I thought it was Mirror's Edge at first because of the parkour.
Yeah, me too. I didn't know what the fuck it was, and then I saw the girl, and I couldn't even really recognize her. I was like, oh shit, that fuck.
Yeah, because Perfect Dark was like really terrible, like Xbox One original Xbox graphics.
Facts, dog. Yeah, man, I'm excited for this, man. As a OG, as a old man, that Perfect Dark was. I played Perfect Dark before I played GoldenEye and N64, and Perfect Dark was just the shit to us as a kid. And then when I got my Xbox 360, I played it in Xbox 360 for the first time. Perfect Dark Zero was a launch title, so that was one of the first games I ever played on the Xbox 360. And I love that game. So the laptop gun is back. That turns me on. That's going to be a cop. That's going to be a definite cop. I mean, I'm going to definitely buy that.
Mm-hmm.
We can skip World of Warcraft, honestly, because that ain't us.
Yeah, I've never really. I played the demo for World of Warcraft. Got fixated for like 20 seconds and then just never picked it back up. They
showed off, not to cut you off, they showed off Elder Scrolls Gold Road. Are we interested in talking about that?
I have no idea what that's about, and that's why I'm like confused why they showed it off. I was like, is it a new quest?
It just came out. It's a new expansion. Just came out.
New class? New
class. Yeah, new class.
What's the class? Because I didn't even notice there was a class.
I forget.
Because I know the last one was like magic, based off of Hermaeus Mora's magic shit, where you shot a bunch of green stuff and tentacles and stuff.
Yeah, man.
I have never, I didn't get to check it out at all. I haven't played ESO in a while. But what's this one? Is it the monk?
I don't know what it
class?
is.
or is it just like new abilities for this particular? Because they
don't
did
know,
that with
man.
Somerset Isles. They had like time dilation stuff for that one.
I don't know. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Gold Road new class. Look it up. Gold Road new
Because I watched that whole trailer, I did not see anything about a new class, or at least I didn't notice.
Chapter, everything you need to know. There's a new zone, new sets. Oh, there is no new class.
Okay, yeah, I figured it was like a mission.
And we're in the West Wales, which is right outside of Cyrodiil on the Gold Coast. So
okay, so we're not in the PvP zone.
Yeah, I want to get back in the. We were just talking about this, and I guess we could kind of do a slight pivot into this conversation. So, New World just got announced for console. New World's coming out to console, and they're coming out with a big update. I think a new expansion or something. It's like a big update's coming out. The expansion's already out, but a big update's coming out when it drops on console. It's going to be full on crossplay. That's what I need ESO to do at this point, man. Like, I have friends who play ESO on like every platform, but they're broken up now. Like, we're all somewhere on Xbox, somewhere on PlayStation, somewhere on PC. And it's like at one point I was playing ESO on PC and PlayStation, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to invest in two characters and then I gotta buy two expansions for both.
You don't want just cross play. You want cross progression as well.
Yeah, I would just give at this point, just give us cross progression for ESO. Y'all gonna keep this game going. It's time to get up with the times and get that because New World's doing it. And to be honest with you, that is bringing me back to New World. Like I will be playing New World when that shit drops on console, but I'll be playing it on PC. But I know I got friends on console that are gonna pick it up. So it just, you know,
I might reinstall it. I haven't.
That's what I'm saying. It's just more. It's more, man. And,
just because, like, I heard the new expansion was ass, even though they added mounts, which I was like, oh, I was kind of low key hyped for, but then they were like, it's kind of shit.
Yeah, New World is a good but very mid MMO game, but I like it. But that's my problem with games like Black Desert, ESO. Like, why are y'all not crossplay, man? Like, just connect everybody, get everybody connected. Like, you can make the PvP not crossplay. You could do that, but like, just for the sake of it, like, just let us all play together. Like, at this point, that's what's kind of like pushing me away from ESO is that I got my friends on PC that want to play with me. And I got my friends on console that want to play with me, but I don't want to download 100 gigs on my PC and my PlayStation.
You don't have the time to grind out a new character every time, you know?
Yeah, every time I log on. And then I got to buy the expansion for my PC account and expansion for my PlayStation account. I don't want to do it. I'd rather just drop the game and just suffer and be sad. Because I am sad. Because I love ESO. But
I like ESO too. But I like it better when I play with my friends.
Exactly, man.
It's not really a game I enjoy soloing. I think it's actually quite boring if you play it solo.
If they would have just told us, yo, Gold Roads, we got crossplay coming, this would have been a day one. The expansion would have been a day one cop, and I would have been an ESO streamer.
Like, no, you wouldn't. Shut up.
I'd be an ESO streamer right now, dog. Like, the variety streamer shit is out the window. ESO streamer.
This man's gonna put down Call of Duty streaming for ESO. I doubt.
Never mind, I'm lying.
Doubt.
Never mind, I'm lying. But, you know, I'm gonna play a lot of ESO. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I like ESO. I like the concept of the giant 3-faction war in their PvP system. I take a break from it sometimes because it's just, you know, it gets boring.
Now let me slide back over to Warcraft real quick. So Warcraft isn't coming to Xbox or nothing. They're only announcing it because they own Activision now, right?
Yeah. What about Activision Blizzard? I'm about to say, yeah, it's a Blizzard property.
Yeah, I know that, but I was sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, is this shit coming to the Xbox? Because that would be crazy. That'd be like honest game changer.
Bro. First of all, there's no way. The amount of macros they put on their fucking bars for Warcraft. Yeah. Nah, that's strictly PC. Yeah, if it ever came to Xbox, they would have to. You'd have so many like
You'd have to
button
dumb it
combos to
down.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it'd be a wrap. Like, there's no way. You'd need that little attachment that had a keyboard on it. Like,
Well, let's talk about another Diablo property. Not Diablo, fuck. All right, Diablo
expansion.
property. Let's talk about another Blizzard property. Let's talk about Diablo, man. Excited for this one. I know you ain't. So you say
I'm gonna get PoE too. That's it. That's gonna be free. I could try it out. I don't have to drop 70 bands on it like I did fucking this shit.
I'm gonna definitely get Seed of Hatred, Vessel of Hatred. I'm getting that. Probably day one cop too. That expansion will definitely stream it.
Day one cop, 25 tier skip.
Yeah, it'll be a great time.
And then I'm gonna drop it after 2 weeks.
Absolutely. I mean, it's about to get busy, man. We got the best game of this year coming out, baby.
Oh, is it Fallout 76 Skyline?
Yeah, how you feel about that, bro?
I've been passively playing the game. It's all right. It's still mid as fuck. I like the thing I liked about it was the class, like how you can build your class and any way you want. Yeah, I still think some of the cards are like just like that. To me, it doesn't seem like they added any new perk cards like at all. But I'm not like level 1,000, so I don't know. But at the same time, like it's like I remember why I put down the game is because pretty much once you get to level 50 and you stop getting perk points and stuff like that, it's like you're just tweaking your class every so often, and then you're just trying to do shit. There's still locations on the map where you can't. They're like vaults that I guess they set up in the future for future expansions and just canceled it halfway through. Like vault, I think it's Vault 68 or something, 67. I forget, but either way, it's just like combat's the same. PvP's ass. It's funny, but it's ass. It's definitely 76 is just a game you play with your friends. Like that's it. It's like, oh, I like Fallout 3. You like Fallout 4. Let's play Fallout 76 together. That's pretty much how it is.
Yeah, that's how it feels. What's coming with the Skyline update?
It's a whole new map expansion.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's pretty much and
kinda
so
like
that might
Atlantic
mean
City
new creatures.
DLC.
The Atlantic City DLC. Oh, you mean you can go to Atlantic City as like a mission? Yeah, that's like a mission that you can do.
Okay.
It's not like a whole explorable area.
Oh, that's ass. I was excited to get to that content too.
It's all right. I haven't checked it out fully, but you basically just go on like a casino. It's like a raid, I guess you could say.
Damn, I was excited to get to Atlantic City and see all the things that I see
just
all
like
the
Atlantic
time.
City.
Love that shit. I'll be there in 2 weeks. Yeah, I'll play because I've been playing the Fallout 76 2 passively. It's a free update. It's a free update, right?
Yeah, it's free. As far as I know. I don't think you have to pay for anything. What do you think about Mech Break?
I need to see more of it.
What do you mean? It was a whole gameplay trailer.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I just didn't get a good. It looks like a Game Pass game, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, that's fair, and I don't think I'm going to be dropping money on it either.
Yeah, it looks like something I do want to play. Yeah, I'm gonna play it, but it's definitely gonna be like a Game Pass game. It looks dope. It looks like that FromSoft game. It's probably not that hard.
What, Rubicon?
Yeah,
Armored Core.
Armored Core. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can build your mech in that style, but I also get like kind of like Gundam-y vibes to it.
But isn't it like a battle royale or something like that?
That's what I thought, which is why I was like, this is no way it's going to work. But apparently there is like a multiplayer mode, like 6v6 and 3v3s. I think it's like called. I think the battle royale is actually an extraction shooter style battle royale. Like I think that's how you get new parts is you go into the battle royale with a squad, you fight PvE mechs or PvP dudes, grab their shit and then extract. That's what I think, but I'm not entirely sure. Like because they didn't really explain that system yet. They've just been showing off gameplay, and the gameplay looks so pretty fucking dope.
Is it a multiplayer game? It's a multiplayer game, yeah. 1,000 players to choose from. Is this free or is this going to be a paid game?
I think it's going to be something you have to buy, but I'm not entirely sure. If it's free to play, great. Because I don't
Game Pass it is.
Yeah.
Game Pass it is.
I was surprised we even heard anything about it because I thought it was like dormant or died in the background.
How'd you feel about Sea of Thieves? I just recently picked that game back up on Steam. And
I mean, it's like Fallout 76 is probably the same gameplay, just new stuff to do.
Facts.
Yeah, I want to play it again, but I don't know.
We gotta get some time for it, bro. We'll definitely try to get like a Saturday or Sunday night where we play.
Yeah, like a day where we cancel Baldur's Gate and just play that.
Yeah, because I'm down for that because I really like that game.
Yeah. Did they increase the amount of players you can have on a ship, or is it still 4?
Still 4.
That's whack. I feel like they should be squads of 8 running around.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the heat, man, without getting too hot. Gears of War E-Day.
Fuck, dude. I don't know. that looks. It's just a CGI trailer, right? I didn't see any gameplay for it.
Coalition Cook, game of the decade.
I got gameplay. I need it. I'm sorry.
Xbox got one with this one. They got one with this. This was the one that had me saying, "Oh yeah, PlayStation's. If this game comes out good, PlayStation's fucked, dog. Like I'm not getting the PS6, dog. I ain't getting the PS6, dog. Yo, Gears of War E-Day, man.
I feel like, all right. So you know how hype I was for Infinite and shit when they teased that shit. I feel like this. I don't want it to, but I feel like this might end up going the same way.
All right.
Yeah, because like notoriously, Xbox has like a systematic problem of fucking up their own first-party IPs.
Yeah.
And like everything we're actually hyped for right now on the showcase has been mostly third party. So like Doom Eternal, third party, Bethesda, right? Fucking Call of Duty, third party, Activision Blizzard. Even like fucking Avowed and all that shit is third party. It's just whenever it's their first party OG titles like Halo and fucking Gears, it's like it's either like it's okay or there's something like with Halo, it was like the whole free to play model fucked it up for sure. And then I think Gears has been like in a weird spot where they're like it's just not been the same as the OGs, but at the same time
it's not the same, but people
play it.
People like Gears 5 for its multiplayer. People still play Gears 5 because the multiplayer is heat.
But they don't the story mode is like mid.
I think it suffers from the same problem as Halo, as in this game kind of like Gears kind of changed hands at one point. Yeah. It went from Epic Games and Cliffy B doing it to the Coalition, which is kind of like how 343 is.
Yeah.
Coalition's doing it. And, you know, they're just doing their best with what they can. And I think they kind of hit that wall with the end of 5. Like I'm actively playing through Gears 4 because I haven't played Gears 4 yet. So I bought Gears 4 and Gears 5 and Gears Tactics, all that. I got the whole bundle.
Our Gears Tactics like $20 actually good.
Yeah, I got the whole thing for like $20. I got that, Gears 5, Gears 4, and the Hive Busters DLC. So it's like I got everything for $20. So I'm just playing through that right now on my PC. Because I'm definitely getting this E-Day shit day one. Like I'm definitely copping. And I say that because like if we're here to speculate, right, just off of what we saw, that trailer gave me Gears 1 and 2 vibes. Especially Gears 1 when they did the Hello Darkness, my old friend. Like that shit hit. That shit hit that same nerve again. Like to see my boy Marcus struggle against the Locust and just, you know what I mean? Then it's just like the city's falling apart and then he gets saved by fucking Dom.
I know, Dom's back. A lot of people were hyped for that shit.
And then you see the city's destroyed and I think the problem we've had with the sequels, the 4 and 5, is I think a lot of people don't care for these characters too much. That's what I always like. The consensus
The
I
newer
always hear.
characters, right?
Yeah, like they don't care for JD. They don't care for Kate, and Kate's like a big part of like the fifth game. Like she's like the main character of that joint. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like I think people just kind of don't care for these characters.
Yeah. No, that's fair, because like if the character is not written that well, people are not going to give a shit, especially if like they feel like they're forcing it in there.
And then E-Day seems like it's just back to basics. It feels like Halo Reach, bro. Like this shit feels like it's
Gears
Halo Reach, man. Yeah.
I think they should have did this a while ago, but maybe it's like they just didn't have the right story team or whatever.
Yeah. Well, they kind of did. They did. Gears of War Judgment was technically a prequel.
Was it?
Yeah, Gears of War Judgment was a prequel, but it was terrible. I didn't play it, and I will never play it because people say it's like the worst Gears game ever.
Yeah, so I feel like that's kind of like what I get kind of annoyed by. It's like you have all these great third-party games that are like taking inspiration from a lot of like OG titles and shit, like Avowed with Skyrim and all that stuff. But it's like your first-party games are usually like,
well, Avowed is a first-party game. It's not coming to PlayStation. It's on PC, but
yeah, but that's that I'm talking about like first-party isn't like it was the original Xbox shit, like Halo, Gears.
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah.
Perfect Dark technically is first party. Like it's just I think a lot of people are just like tired of like we get hyped for this trailer, we get hyped for this IP, and then like all of a sudden the game comes out and it's ass, or it's filled with microtransaction bullshit, and it's just like I don't want to see that happen in Gears.
Cook, man,
yeah,
absolutely. I really
because I want to check it out. For me, this is a Game Pass game, but like I do want to check it out.
I feel like this game is for us. Like this game is literally for us, the people that played Gears 1 back in the day. Like, you know what I mean? Back in the day. Gears 2 back in the day. Gears 3 back in the day. I mean, I think this game is for us. You know what I mean? Like, whereas I feel like Gears 4 and 5 were kind of catering to a new generation of Gears players. Kind of like how Halo 4 did. And Halo 5 did.
Yo, I feel like through that again, and I'm remembering everything I hate about it, and I'm like, oh my god,
Halo 4 ain't that bad though. That's the thing. The multiplayer's ass. It's the story isn't that bad.
The story, all right. So like, I think a lot of people get it confused. I'm complaining about some of the mission design, right, and the enemy and the new enemy types. My whole reason part of the campaign I don't like for Halo 4 is like the fucking knights, dude. They're just like the most annoying shit in the world to deal with, man. Especially on Legendary.
They're not fun. They're not fun to fight.
They're not fun to fight at all. Even the OG Covenant isn't as fun to fight. You know what I mean? So like that's like I don't have a problem with narrative that much. It's like Chief, he's like going through all the PTSD and shit of being a super soldier that survived like a bunch of sci-fi horror shit. Cortana's having her own fucking shit. You're trying to save her, all that shit. That's fine. But mission design wise, there's like a handful of missions I actually liked the concepts of, but like execution wise, it's just not that great.
Yeah, you might be right with that. The execution is probably
like I think like the last mission is like a Death Star run, which I thought was super cool. That was cool as fuck, but it's like it's kind of like my issue with Call of Duty. It's not a consistent, because if you were to compare it to Halo 3, it's like consistent gameplay mechanics all throughout the end of the game. No matter what, the Warthog run isn't like you're locked to the vehicle, right?
You can go off the beaten path. You can
get out. You can get knocked out. Like that's part of the appeal of Halo 3. Halo 4 does not do that to the core of the game, which is why I don't like it that much.
Yeah, man. Go check him out at Eknight117 at Twitch. Go check him out, man. Link is in the description, man.
Yeah, no, that's.
But yeah, Gears 4 or Gears E-Day. We getting it. We on that.
Hopefully it'll be good.
All right, let's cook. Let's cook even hotter, man. Let's throw the oil in that pan, baby.
All right.
Let's talk about game of the fucking decade right now, man.
Oh God.
Game of the generation. Let's talk about what keeps Hideo Kojima up at night right now, man. All right. Listen.
I'm copping this day one too. It looks good.
I've never seen so many people flip in a second, dog. You know, ever since Kojima left Konami or got fired from Konami, basically, and got kicked out of his own project and shit, people were like, I'll never buy another Metal Gear property ever again. I will never do it.
I mean, it was easy to say when they came out with Survive, all right? I'm not going to lie.
Survive was easy. Hell yeah.
Survive was like pay for extra save slots. I was like, why the fuck?
$15, by the way.
I don't even want to play the game, period. Why the fuck would I want to buy save slots? It's fucking wild.
But people, they saw this gameplay, and you know, I follow certain people on Twitter. They flip like a motherfucker, dog. Dog.
This is good. They cooked, and it looks good. And
bro,
here's the thing, though.
This is what I've always wanted. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Here's the thing, though. All right. The only thing I'm gonna say, because I gotta look at this from like kind of like a non-Metal Gear Solid fan perspective. I want to see them do a new Metal Gear without basically everything being done for them from the rip, right? Because the story, the voice lines, everything is pretty much going to be the same as the original.
There's one for one, yeah.
Yeah, so like I want to see MGS 5 or 6 or whatever, their own version of it, right? Their own storyline to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not without Hideo Kojima directing them. Because this, you can't say this is just Konami. This is still Hideo Kojima. He wrote all this shit. He directed all this shit. They just remastered or remade it in a new engine. The gameplay mechanics is pretty much the same. Like it looks better. It's probably gonna play better. It's probably gonna be the same voice lines and shit. I don't know if David Hayter just reprises roles or they just reused old voice lines.
No, it reused old voice lines. Yeah. It's literally a one of one. Like they didn't disrespect the legacy at all.
Okay, so then there you go. But when they come out with a new Metal Gear, right? That isn't like a spin-off game like Rising, Revengers, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like an actual core Metal Gear game. Then we can sit here and be like, all right. I'm happy for you that you're gonna get your favorite Metal Gear Solid game remastered one to one, probably with multiplayer.
No multiplayer, but
really
what it's doing for me, right? Is I always used to say when Phantom Pain came out, if Metal Gear Solid 3 played like this, it would be literally one of the greatest stealth action games of all time, one of the greatest games of all time. Mm-hmm. Because Phantom Pain has some of the best stealth gameplay, action gameplay ever.
Oh, no, yeah.
But the story was just kind of ass. You know, the story was kind of ass.
It wasn't technically finished.
It wasn't, but the story was ass, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. The best part about the story was finding out that you weren't the real big boss. That was the best part about it.
Yeah.
Other than that, cool. Like all the middle part shit was kind of like with Code Talker and all that shit, and the vocal parasites and shit. That shit was like it was like all right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that shit.
Yeah, it was all right.
They had like weird zombie creatures. I was like, oh, this is Metal Gear weirdness.
Yeah, it was strange, but I fucked with it. But I always used to say, like, yo, if the older Metal Gear games like 1, 2, and 3 got this treatment, like the Phantom Pain treatment, it would be immaculate. And 3 is my favorite Metal Gear game. So the fact that they're starting with 3 first with this treatment, I'm all in. I'm locked in.
I am hyped to play the original one though, because that one was actually my favorite.
What one?
Twin Snakes.
Yeah, well, that's not the original. That's the remake.
Well, yeah, you know, what I mean, that's the one that pretty much I think made Metal Gear a lot more popular.
Yeah, they'll never remake Twin Snakes. They'll have to just remake the original. They'll never remake Twin Snakes.
They'll definitely remake Twin Snakes.
They won't because Twin Snakes. All right, Twin Snakes is a remake of the first game. but Twin Snakes is essentially like an abridged version of the first game, which means it's like they added different things, changed up some of the mechanics. Like you couldn't shoot in first person in the original PS1 Metal Gear Solid game. You can in that one. So they made it like more like Metal Gear Solid 2. But the problem with Twin Snakes is it's actually owned by Silicon Knights, the people that produce the game. So and they don't like the game. They hated that game. Kojima hated that game. Konami kind of hated that game. To be honest, Twin Snakes was a flop, dog. It was actually a flop. So it's like we'll probably never get that game again. And if we do, that would be fucking crazy. That'll be a miracle, dog.
That's funny as shit because I thought Twin Snakes was actually really fucking good.
I tell people all the time I'd rather play Twin Snakes than the OG. Like I'll play Twin Snakes over the OG. The OG is just too clunky and I don't know.
I don't think I've ever played the OG, but I definitely played Twin Snakes because you had it on GameCube.
Yes, sir.
And I think I had it at one point on PlayStation.
No, it's only on GameCube.
Is it only on GameCube?
That's why it flopped, man.
Oh, shit.
That's why it flopped, bro. It's only on GameCube. And it was produced by people that I believe the only game they made was fucking Metabots for the GameCube.
Yeah, Metabots low-key was a good anime.
That was a good-ass game, but that was the only other game they made. So a lot of people do not like Twin Snakes, but I love Twin Snakes. I think it did everything right.
You're gonna do a 48-hour stream of playing
absolutely.
Metal Gear Solid. Okay.
Oh my god, absolutely.
I do want to ask you though, how do you feel about the South of Midnight game? I forgot about that.
South of Midnight.
That's it's like a game that's like set in like the Louisiana, kind of like lore.
Oh yeah, I'm not interested.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks interesting. The only thing that kind of takes me out is their attempt at stop motion cutscenes. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like stop motion to me. It looks like it's just choppy.
Yeah. That one I play on Game Pass.
Game Pass game.
Game Pass game.
All right.
Metal Gear Solid. I tried to buy the collector's edition. I ain't gonna lie.
You're gonna get the physical and the digital.
No, I was just gonna get the collector's joint. It was like $230 or something like that. But I think it's sold out.
I'm surprised you weren't on that immediately when you saw that.
I didn't know there was one until I watched the in-depth trailer that Konami put up on YouTube.
That's great.
David Hayter said it. Once David Hayter said it, I was like, damn, let me go look this up on Best Buy real quick. And you just can't. It's unavailable, apparently.
That's wild.
So
okay.
Don't worry. We'll be doing definitely a 12, 24-hour stream. We'll probably just stream the whole game in one sitting.
That's a long ass game.
The original MGS3 was like, with all the cutscenes and shit, like 8 hours, 10 hours.
Really? It feels like it was a lot longer than that.
Nah, it's like 8, 10 hours. It's not that
Maybe it's because I'm thinking that ladder climb was like,
it wasn't that
like
long.
20 minutes.
I mean, I'm excited to do that again. I cannot wait to do that again. And it has a legacy mode where it's like you can play with the old camera scheme with the
where it's like the Resident Evil style over the head.
It's like set. Yeah. Yup. I'm dog. Like I said, they
do one playthrough with the new mechanics and then one playthrough with the old. Yeah, that's what's up.
They did good with this, man.
I kind of got blindsided by Shattered Space when they showed it off because I thought it was a new space game. I was low-key excited.
Oh, yeah, the Starfield DLC.
I was so mad when it said Starfield. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
come on.
Man. Yeah. It looks
I'm
good.
I'm going to try it out when I finish it. I got to finish the game.
That shit look
I'm
good.
Did they release the patch with the FOV slider so I can like play the game now?
I think it did come out.
Okay. I need them to do that.
They said it was like Far Harbor's expansion. So I'm thinking it's gonna be
It's all
dope.
about those snake people that worshippers or whatever. So I'm actually interested because that was the more interesting.
The
Faction that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Hell
like,
yeah. The cult people. It's the
everything else in that game was
Varun.
kind of like, is it either hit or miss? And this is the main
Call it
stories.
Varun. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I already bought it because I bought the collector's edition joint, so I
you
got
the
the
season's
DLC already. Yeah, I got the season pass.
When I finish it, I'll probably cop it. I'll probably do a whole new playthrough, do the new game plus shit.
Yeah, definitely.
So I can play it and just that way I can enjoy it better. But
yeah,
I don't know, man. I think the showcase, there's a lot of hits in here.
yeah.
Even that Flintlock game looked pretty cool.
That looked cool. The Game Pass game for me.
Yeah, that and the Expedition 33.
Yeah, Game Pass game. Frag Punk Game Pass game.
Frag Punk is just not DOA, in my opinion. That doesn't look that much fun.
Yeah. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers.
This is a Dark Souls.
Yeah. Game Pass game. Just like that's like Wukong, the Fallen Dynasty game.
Yeah.
Mixtape
is like just some weird indie game.
That's Conquered, right? That's their answer to Conquered, right?
Mixtape? No, that's Frag Punk, I think, is like a weird card-based hero shooter type game. But Mixtape is like what is that game? Life is it's like a Life is Strange type game, but like also has that weird.
Talk about that.
What, Life is Strange?
Yeah, because Life is Strange got a little bit of controversy with it right now. Pardon.
What's wrong with Life is Strange now?
Life is Strange comes out with 3 different buying options. I mean, you got your standard $40 edition.
Yeah, no, I'm not copying that. It's not even a Game Pass.
You got a $60 version, which I don't know what it gives you. And you have an $80 version. I don't know what it gives you, but I know that the $80 version gives you 2 weeks early access to the game.
It's not a fucking multiplayer game, and it's not a fucking RPG that I'm fiending over. Why the fuck?
But listen, for the people that
this game
are
is
fiending for this, for the people that are fiending, dog, you're gonna be having to dodge spoilers like the fucking plague, dog, for the first 2 weeks. I'm just gonna
look up the spoilers and just be like, this is what this game's all about, and like a Reddit post. And
people love people love the Life is Strange games. I'm not a big fan of them, but people really love them.
It never like clicked with me. I just thought it was just weird.
Me neither. Yeah. I tried to play Life is Strange 1. I couldn't do it, so I let people love what they love, and that game's got a little controversy. I will not be playing.
I don't see it as a game that's worth that much money, but that's just me because I'm not invested.
That shit, man.
$40 I can see. 60 maybe if it's a lot of content. 80 though, and the fact that you have 3 different buying options just seems weird. But yeah, dude.
Let's talk about something we already seen already, but we got a bigger in-depth look at. You know what I mean?
And then I
may have, yes.
Oh God.
Let's save that for the Ubisoft joint because we only got like 3 things to talk about.
Yeah, it's funny that it's in the Xbox showcase too.
Yeah. They showed it all basically twice. We'll say that.
I guess we can talk about Call of Duty. I guess that's the last one.
This gives us to the finale, baby. This is it, man. The big COD, baby, up in this bitch, man. We back, nigga. We so fucking back, nigga.
Oh my God.
We back.
I'm so glad I passed on fucking Modern Warfare 3.
God. I
am not mad that I passed on that.
Hey, yo, chat, we back, baby. We fucking back, dog. Oh my God. 24-hour stream confirmed for the 24th. I will be there.
I'll be there.
Listen, man.
I'm gonna check it out.
This might be the best 24-hour stream. This might be the best 24-hour stream I've ever done. You know how many people, because it's on Game Pass, because yes, it's coming day 1 to Game Pass.
Yep.
Everybody listening. There's gonna be so many people trying to play Duty with me that night. It's gonna be fucking lit, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
We're gonna have a great time, man.
So it's 300 gigs.
No, it's not.
It's about 300 gigs. It's like 200 something.
It's 300 gigs if you have Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and that game installed. 300 gigs and Warzone installed. But if you just have that game,
and the story.
If you have that game, the campaign, the multiplayer, and Warzone installed, they said it's about 180, which is what Call of Duty is right now. And once you beat the campaign, you're deleting the campaign. That's 30 gigabytes gone. So it's really like 150, which is still a lot, but I mean, it is what it is, man. But let's talk about it, man. Let's fucking talk about it, because we saw screenshots, shit leaked. We seen gameplay. They showed off this new movement. They ushered in a new era of Call of Duty, dog. It's here. It's fucking here, baby. Listen, I've been telling y'all niggas for the longest. Treyarch don't miss. They don't fucking miss. I told y'all, Cold War was my favorite Call of Duty out of these past 6 ones we got, up until I say Modern Warfare 2. I do like Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. I do. I like them a lot. I play them all the time. But I think Treyarch, they do not miss, man. I think Treyarch has always given you the most value in the box day one. Always, every time. There's always so much in that. Even with Black Ops 4, when they cut the fucking campaign out, they still gave you a lot of content in that box for what it was worth, man. And the fact this is on Game Pass, that you don't even have to fucking essentially buy the fucking game, is beautiful. But I'm going to buy it because I want to own it, and I like to own things.
I want to try it out first. Because, like, again, Modern Warfare 3, I got to play the beta. I kind of decided, like, whether I buy it or wait till it was on sale. And then I went to go buy it because it was on sale. I was like, let me buy this and cop some of those Gundam skins. And then I saw the reviews on Steam, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna wait till Black Ops 6.
So, just wait, man. Just wait.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait.
I told everybody last night, man, or last Friday. Modern Warfare 3 right now is just a Black Ops 6 waiting room right now. Yeah. Like, I'm not buying any more skins. Next season will be season 5. I'm going to get the regular battle pass. I'm not getting the Black Cell shit no more, because they've already said, like, none of this shit's carrying forward on this one.
Oh, it's not? I mean, so those Gundam skins that just came out are not coming forward?
They'll be in Warzone, but they won't be in the Black Ops multiplayer.
Oh, man, that's so ass.
They'll be in Warzone, though. I'm still going to play Warzone. So
yeah, no, but it's just ass, because it's like I want to run around multiplayer as like a giant Gundam or a regular size person Gundam.
They might bring them back. They bring them back.
It just came out.
Because I like the skins. I wanted to.
Oh no, the animations for the finishers are fucking dope as fuck.
Yeah,
they cooked with that shit.
Yeah, I bought the aerial Gundam one, and I'm very satisfied with my purchase. Very satisfied, man. Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. I mean, Call of Duty's dope right now, but I mean, we about to get greatness, because I feel like the problem with Modern Warfare 3 is, like, it's good, but it's like mid, and it's like it's only good because we've been getting served mid for like the past like dead ass 3 years, that we haven't had greatness in a long time. So we really about to get greatness, dog. Like, I think they really took their time with this Black Ops game. Like, if we just want to talk about the movement real quick, we can. They got a new thing that's never been done before, called omnidirectional movement, which means that you're basically going to move like a fucking human and not a bot. You know what I mean? You can sprint in all directions. You can slide in all directions. So you don't have to be looking that direction to slide like you do now. Like, you have to, if you're getting shot at, in front of you, you have to turn to the right, start to sprint, and then slide. With this game, all you have to do is move to the right and then slide out of the way. I mean, you don't have to look in that direction. And you can return fire that way, all of that shit. It's dope. It looks good. And then even when you bend corners, they have something called slicing now, which is in the newer Call of Duty games, they have something called mounting. So when you're on a corner, you can mount your gun on it. But with this game, it's called slicing, where it's like if you're aiming down sights and you're turning a corner, your gun will automatically, lean for you. You know what I mean?
Oh, kind of
So
like
it'll lean around a corner for you.
kind of like Battlefield does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, like 100% very good quality of life changes that I think Call of Duty was super needed it for the longest, man. Like I've kind of summed up this new movement as like we're getting advanced warfare again. Like we're getting advanced warfare again, but it's grounded. You know what I mean? There's no, aerial movement. There's no vertical movement. It's just all boots on the ground, but you can move in any direction to the point where, because that's what made advanced warfare feel good, that you could double jump and then you could be shooting at somebody and you're in the air and you can kind of thrust to the right or the left or forward or back. You can kind of do that now, but like on the ground, and it'll feel more seamless in a sense that I think it's the new movement's definitely gonna take like a couple hours to get adjusted to. Like I think
it looks good. I think it's gonna be like most shooters suffer from like having to like turn around fully.
Yeah.
The fact that you can dolphin dive and turn and shoot
backwards
midair is probably gonna be a gameplay changer. It's gonna definitely kill X Defiant, That shit was funny to me. It's like X Defiance, the Call of Duty killer. It comes out. Most of the content is like, all right. It's a decent free shooter. All right, cool. Okay, game. And then it's like Call of Duty's like, yeah, we just changed our movement mechanics. So now it's like, bro.
X Defiance is a good free game, but
yeah,
I'm just waiting for season 1, man. Season 1 comes out July 2nd. We'll see then. I don't want to talk about X Defiant until then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like it. Just I'm gonna wait till that season 1. But back to duty. I mean, greatness. We're getting greatness again. They confirmed there's no pick 10, so we're still getting the class. The what is now the standard gunsmith for your guns and stuff. Which is good. Yeah, I mean, like
gunsmith it's a system that you shouldn't have to change.
Yeah, but at this point, we're all familiar with it to the point where it's just like, why change it? Just keep it the way it is. Treyarch usually cooks with the maps. They didn't show too much. Like I said, they showed enough to where now we're just, like I said, Modern Warfare 3 is a big Black Ops 6 waiting room. Like we're literally just waiting for Black Ops 6 to drop. And that's all I'm doing. That's literally all I'm doing right now. I'm waiting for that game to come out. I'm probably going to pre-order at the end of this month. I already pre-ordered another game we're going to be talking about today because I'm going to be broke come November if I don't get some of these games paid for now. But this shit looks like it's going to be heat, man. I mean, I'm telling y'all, lock in right now. I mean, November 24th. They usually drop it like it comes out November 25th, but they drop it a couple hours early. Like they did that with the last 2 Call of Duty. So it came out around like 9 or 10 p.m. That Thursday. So that's probably when we'll start the stream. We'll start the stream probably around midnight. We'll do midnight to midnight. We'll do a 24-hour. We're going to lock in. And we're going to stay up all night like these kids at a midnight release. I mean, we'll stay up all night and eat Mountain Dew or drink Mountain Dew and eat Doritos.
We're going to eat Mountain Dew and drink Doritos.
And we have a great time, dog. This greatness is back, dog. It's back. Call of Duty is 100% back now. And I know I said that with the last 2. I told everybody, Modern Warfare 2 was my game of the year for 2022. I can't deny that. I put a lot of time into that game. I really like that fucking game. Modern Warfare 3 is just an expansion. It just expanded on what was already there of Modern Warfare 2, but cost you another $70 to $100. It's fun. I like it. It polished a lot of things that I didn't like about Modern Warfare 2, but it destroyed some things like DMZ that I did like about Modern Warfare 2.
Is there going to be DMZ in Black Ops or no?
Nah, man.
Damn.
Even though there was some hype circulating that because they were giving care packages out, like care packages to support the game and stuff like that, like T-shirts and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
The Tarkov players. So a lot of people were alluding that, like, oh shit, like is DMZ coming back? But nah, man. I think that was Infinity Ward's little side project that they were working on. And Activision didn't see the money from it, even though that game is effectively dead and has a pretty big player base right now. I think somebody did the numbers and they basically said that game has a bigger player base than the zombies mode from Modern Warfare 3. So that should let you know something right there. But who knows? Who fucking knows? But I will say Black Ops 6 is looking to eat. We're getting classic round-based zombies back again. We're getting a story set in the 1991. So, yeah, I mean, we're supposed to be trying to find out who the mole is. We're playing as, the classic team. And the best part about the campaign is they made one of the Black Ops 2 endings canon, which is pretty dope. I mean, and the way that they did it is pretty dope. So I'm excited, man. November 20, not even November. I keep saying November. It's October 25th, y'all. My fault. So we'll be in spooky season. We'll be doing our spooky season games. We'll try to finish up everything by the time that shit drops because spooky season, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Spooky season. But I'm excited, man. October 25th, baby. We locked in, man. We locked in. Let's get it. Eknight's going to be there. I know Dr. Kai said he's going to be there. You know, everybody I play Call of Duty with right now is going to be there. They all buying that shit. Foxy's getting it. Violet's getting it. Blaze is going to get it. Fucking Eric's going to get it. You know, Jay's going to get it. Everybody's getting it. We lit. All right. Black Ops 6 is back, man. Call of Duty's back. But this leaves me a good question I wanted to talk to you about real quick. I mean,
what's up?
Make it kind of like the centerpiece of the podcast, kind of make it the title as well to kind of piss some people off. You know? This game is still coming out on fucking last gen, bro. It's still coming out on Xbox One and PS4. And I really thought this was going to be the Call of Duty to cut them off. Like, I really thought this was going to be the one to get the last gen people out of here, because I really do think that last gen is like, I've had a PS5 since 2021. Yeah, 2021. So I've had a PS5 for a long ass time. And it still feels like I'm in last gen, man. It still feels like essentially we're in last gen because we still have old ass hardware holding us back from getting a lot of good things. Now, like games like Final Fantasy, you know what I mean? They decided, we're not releasing on PS4. This is a PS5 exclusive. And it feels like a PS5 exclusive. But games like Ragnarok, that got hurt by that game coming out on PS4. You know what I mean?
I mean, do you think Call of Duty is going to get hurt by this? Because it doesn't look like it's going to be that much of a. I think they can get away with it because they have to downscale a lot of stuff anyway because it's multiplayer. So
yeah, but I don't know, man. I'm ready for them to just cut. Dog, like
so
I understand. I get it. 3 years ago. Hold up, I get it. Like 3 years ago, it was. I get it. 2 years ago, I get it.
Console.
I get it. Two years ago, I got it. I think as of starting like 2023, that was when it was like, all right, all you motherfuckers that was talking, I want to get a PS5, but I can't get one. I mean, it was time for y'all to buy a PS5 last year. I mean, and get the fuck off that PS4, especially with like Spider-Man came out. I mean, that was a PS5 exclusive. Final Fantasy just came out. That was a PS5 exclusive. I mean, Final Fantasy 16 dropped last year. That was a fucking PS5. That should have been a PS6 exclusive. The way that shit made the PS5 run for some people. I mean, it's just like, I feel like it's time to let it go, man. It's time to let it go. Let your PS4 go, man. Let it go, man.
So I want to give you some quick stats here, real quick.
Go ahead, man. Give it to me.
out of the 117 million PS4 units that are sold, 42% is still active.
That's crazy,
It's
man.
a lot of people still playing PS4.
That's crazy,
and
man.
out of the 56 million PS5s sold so far, 86% are active. So you have pretty healthy player base on the PS4 because
That's crazy, man.
I want to say it's like maybe around 49 million people are still playing on PS4.
Like y'all shit ain't take flight yet. Like that
Well,
shit
here's
ain't.
the thing though, right? Because the generation was so long. I think what happened is like I think majority of them probably would have jumped to PS5 by now if the pandemic didn't happen and the price gouging and all that shit didn't happen. Like I think that's legitimately you can blame this on the pandemic because people probably put it off and were like, no, I'm not getting new a PS5 because it's $1,000, right?
Listen,
even though now it's like a lot cheaper, it's like why most of these games are coming out on my PS4. I don't feel like upgrading.
Look, man, I'm gonna put my foot on niggas next, man.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna put
God.
my foot on niggas next with this. I'm gonna give y'all a crazy hot take. I think the reason a lot of these niggas are still on PS4 and they was talking all that PS5 shit during the pandemic. What was we getting during the pandemic, man?
Stimmy checks.
Y'all niggas is broke now. Y'all done fucked that money up.
Bro, we
and now
barely
it's time
got
to
any
get a
money from the
PS5.
stimmy check. Shut the fuck up. You coping. Get out of here.
It's time to get a PS5. And guess what?
No.
I didn't spend my money.
Yeah, on bills and shit, bro. People gotta live. What do you mean?
Nah, man. Niggas was going hard trying to get a PS. I want a PS5 right now. I'll get the VR and everything with it now. Now it's time to get a PS5 and I can't afford it, man. Like,
because they can't, because they had to wait till it got cheaper and shit happened.
It's time. It's time to upgrade, man. It's time to get on that 5, baby.
Nah,
you
get
the PS. You can get the
at.
PS5 with the no disc drive joint for $400.
Yeah, but you can get Call of Duty still on PS4, so who the fuck cares?
Nah, man, I feel like that shit. It's time to go, man. It's time to get the fuck out of here.
Nah, here's the thing. All right, they just shut down the Xbox store for the 360. All right, they just shut that shit down. That shit's been running straight for almost 2 decades.
Yeah, 20 years, almost 20 years.
Yeah, it was like about 18, 17
19 years.
Yeah. That
joint came out
insane.
In 2005.
That's insane to me that they just shut it down just now. I thought they shut that shit down when Halo 3 servers.
They always do that, man. They did that with PS2, man.
Point being, I don't think the PS4 users are going anywhere anytime soon. And I think you got to just deal. I think this is the reason for it is because of the pandemic and because a lot of game companies had to pivot to the fact that a lot of their player base didn't have PS5s. I mean, like, considering that, all right, 117 sold over 11 years. We're at 56 million PS5 units sold thus far, but we don't even know if those are still being held onto by like people who had scalped them earlier in the pandemic, right? So like that number could be highly inflated because of that. So
that's cool. Hold up, but listen, let me ask you a question, right? I get what you're saying. I do agree with what you're saying.
I'm saying that it's a gradual change rather than the sudden jump that we're normally used to when a new console generation happens.
Look. Let me ask you this: do you think that the last gen is holding us back? You think it's holding some of these games back?
It's only holding certain people back. All right, so like think of it like this, right? If you're a game company, right? You get statistics and stuff on who's playing what on what platform. If I was Call of Duty, right? And I know that 42% of people on PS4 are still playing Call of Duty like every day. That's a large market. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of fucking money. I'm still gonna make the game for that. You can have the argument that it's holding the game development back, which might also be correct at the same time. But when we look at these game companies, what do they prioritize over, player enjoyment? Usually.
Money, of course.
So like, it's not if it was like 15%, they probably would have been like, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
but it's
Eknight,
almost half.
Eknight, I understand this. No, I get that. I understand this, but I do think in a lot of these games that are coming out, right? Because we always have these, like, Starfield had to do it. You know what I mean? Starfield had that moment, and I don't think did Starfield come out on Xbox One, or was it just the series? Was it the series Xbox? I gotta look that up.
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, can you play Starfield on the series?
Starfield is not available on Xbox One, but Xbox One users can still play it by streaming it with Xbox Cloud Gaming. So technically, yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. All right, I'll give y'all niggas another year or two, man. Y'all got 2 more.
I don't think people are going to jump off PS4 game until about like 2026.
No, by that time they're gonna be talking about a PS6, man. Like,
but they might not, because like you got to kind of understand that most of their sales came from scalpers, and if they're not, if you treat the PS4 or PS5 console as a loss leader, which it is, it's supposed to get you on subscribing to their platform. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Most of the games that came out were already on PS4, like all the first party titles. But that's I know what you're saying. But what I'm saying is that, because you got to understand, I'm a gamer. I don't like being affected by bullshit. I don't want to have to upgrade if I don't have to. PS5 look cool, but it's like, all right, there's no real exclusives out there for PS5 just yet, right? Everything's still available on my PS4. I'm still paying for PS Plus. I don't need to drop $500 on this fucking console. That's usually the mindset, right? And it's like, I'm not going to fault people for that, because outside of like the fucking gaming sphere, people got lives, they got jobs, they got bills to afford. $500 is a lot for a lot of people who are broke. I'm just being honest. $500 is a lot for me, and I could probably afford a PS5. I don't see the need to, though, because most of the games I want to play are on PC or coming to PC.
Yo, I don't want to cut you off, but this podcast might be one of our longest, because
I already fucking told you it was going to be long.
We've talked so long that the Nintendo Direct is over.
Yeah.
So we can talk about it.
You want to talk about it? Fuck it, dog. Let's do it. They got a new Legend of Zelda where you actually play Zelda. That shit was wild to me.
I seen. Just like they
can't get mad at people calling Link Zelda no more.
Yeah, just like they did with the fucking Princess Peach thing. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Looked cool.
I give y'all niggas, I give y'all broke ass niggas 2 more.
Oh my god, you fucking wild, man.
I give y'all broke ass niggas.
My point is, though, is just like it'll happen when it happens. It's the same thing with like VR and shit like that. It'll get better after time. They're probably gonna push PS6. I would push it back by a year or 2. Because of the pandemic, or at least I'd probably double that. Actually, I put it back by like 6 years, 5 years.
Yeah,
because the community growth. If you have people, if you've only have 56 million units sold for the PS5 so far, and only 86% of the player base is actively playing your console, that means that like you're not generating a lot of revenue to probably make up everything you put into the new console.
Yeah, new adopters and shit. I get it. I get it. I just think we're at this point right now where it's like, I feel like
you think the games are degrading because of the older console generations, and
because the problem. That was the problem with the PS4. The PS4 suffered from the 360 still being a thing, and the PS3 still being a thing up until like. I think it was like 2016, 2017. That's when you started seeing things cut off, and that was 3-4 years after.
I got to tell you, the quote unquote graphical jump from PS3 to PS4 and Xbox 360 to Xbox One
wasn't that big.
It wasn't that big because we're already peaking with graphics. So in reality, it's not about like how the game looks; it's how the game runs,
performance. Exactly, man. That's what I want, man. I want 120
but if you
everything,
got Dragon's Dogma being capped out on the newer consoles at 30
at 30,
FPS,
yeah, I don't get that, man.
What's that excuse there? Because it's 60 FPS on PC. So is the newer hardware still fucking terrible, or is it just poor optimization by the developer?
Probably the second one, because
it could be both too. It could be that Dragon's Dogma just needs more fucking memory to run at 60
that's
FPS.
what they said. They said it's a CPU heavy game. So.
Yeah, because like I can't expect certain games to just be like, oh well, they optimized it poorly. There are cases where their game is just optimized poorly, right? But there's also like cases where the game is optimized to the maximum and the hardware just can't keep up. And that's one of the negatives of being a console player. You're locked into that hardware till whenever the next generation happens or the refresh update, whatever. You can't just go, all right, I need a new graphics card. So, all in all, I'm saying is get a fucking PC.
I mean, I have a PC.
I'm done. Yeah, and you get to enjoy all the benefits of it.
I don't know, man.
Bro, you playing Dragon Dogma on PC.
I don't know, man.
You didn't want to play it on console.
I talked about that shit with Foxy the other day, man. It's like, I don't know. I think PC's great, man, but like it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody.
I understand that, right? If you don't want to deal with all the bullshit, it's not for everybody.
Because there's a lot of bullshit, bro.
At the same time, it's still kind of worth it.
Like, I'll be stressed out, bro.
Actually, it is worth it. I'm not saying kind of. It is worth it, bro. You stressing out over like dumb shit usually because you just don't understand it. It's like the same time when I was explaining you how to play Baldur's Gate. Like, you don't understand D&D. Once someone showed you how to do D&D, that's it. All you need is a guy that just tell you how the shit runs on computer.
Like, bro, if I got two monitors hooked up, right? I got two monitors hooked up, right?
Yeah.
When I start a game up, why the fuck isn't the default just borderless full screen, dog? You know I'm gonna want to access that second screen. You know what I mean?
Bro,
and what a lot of these fucking games do when you try to get on the second screen, what do? The fucking game freaks the fuck out. It freezes for a second, and then you think your fucking whole computer's crashing when it's really just man, you ain't got full screen.
It's just tabbed out. That's it. Yeah, no, it happens all the time. I don't even care. Like every time I tab out a Baldur's Gate, it freaks the fuck out. But I'm like, it's fine. It's just the computer doing its thing.
I gotta set the borderless full screen for that.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is just
I heard that game runs better if you just full screen instead of borderless full screen.
What, Baldur's Gate?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still gonna do that freak out whenever you tab out.
That's fucking what the fuck, man? Like
that's why I run all my games full screen.
Like, dog, just let it.
Some of them don't suffer from that shit, and that's more or less the developer knowing about like how to do that. Like I know that level 0 extraction shooter game, I have that on full screen, but when I tab out, instead of it like freaking out, it just like shows my start menu at the bottom of it. And then
that's what Diablo 4 does.
Mm-hmm. It's really just that's just developer shit at that point. Like, it's not even something the computer exclusively controls.
It's like I was telling Foxy the other day. It's like sometimes when I play a game, I want to just turn my controller on. I want a dashboard to pop up, and I just want to hit X on something.
Yeah.
I don't want to click on something. Gotta load the anti-cheat. Oh wait, before we load the anti-cheat. This is an EA game, so you got to go through the EA launcher, even though you click directly on the icon.
I haven't signed into my Origins account in forever, and every time I launch Titanfall, it's like, "You want to sign in?" I'm like, "No, I just want to play the game." And they're like, "All right, that's how it should be, though. It shouldn't. I shouldn't need to make an account if I bought it off of Steam." I think
that's the great thing about being a gamer is go where you want to go. You see these Nintendo niggas, they're on their own little world with shit. I mean, they don't care about nothing in the fucking world. The game can run at fucking 15 frames, but as long as they can fucking play Mario, they're fine. Like it's just it's different strokes for different folks. I own everything, and it's like I do like PC. Like, don't get me wrong, chat. Like, I like PC. I
keep calling them chat.
My fault.
We ain't streaming.
My fault.
He's yo, chat. There's no chat here. They're not here.
Like I like PC for certain things, but then like with other things, like I just prefer my console, man.
That's totally fine and fair. Like I'm just saying, like gaming experience wise, I prefer PC.
But y'all got 2 years to get off them fucking PS4s, man. You got
Bro,
2 years.
Let them play their PS4s.
Let's continue, man. Ubisoft Connect, man.
All right, so there's like what three things that they really showed off that's kind of new, or more of an expansion.
Yeah. Let's talk about what I pre-ordered, man. Let's talk about Star Wars Outlaws. They showed like, I forget what it was, like 20 minutes of gameplay. Probably even longer than that. That video felt long as shit that I was watching.
Is it the same one they showed earlier?
No, there's something totally different.
Okay.
Showed off the abilities, showed off how the bounties work, how the stealth kind of plays a part in things.
I still think it's a missed opportunity. They're not just playing as a Mandalorian.
Bro, but that's the thing. This game actually looks like that Star Wars 1313 game that we were supposed to get.
Okay.
That's what hyped me up and made me be like, all right, I'm locked in. And I pre-ordered it to get it out the way. I just got the standard edition. I ain't paid for all that extra shit.
Yes.
But I mean, I really want that joint. I really want that joint. It looks good. They showed off like like I said, combat, the stealth, bounty mechanics, the abilities, which was my biggest thing with the game was I don't want to just be like, obviously we're just a generic smuggler, outlaw person.
With the mascot,
I wanted to see like how they can kind of flesh her out a little more. Like, what's her abilities? Like, what can she do? And they showed the abilities off, and I was pleased. There was like a little skill tree with a lot of different skills that you can learn that you obviously use in the field and stuff. I'm excited for the game. I can't wait. That's what made me get to killing my backlog a little bit. That's why I beat Dragon's Dogma. I'm working on Hogwarts right now. I beat fucking Phantom Liberty.
I forgot about Hogwarts.
Yeah, man, I'm beating my backlog so I can get right to, jumping right on this as soon as it comes out and not feel guilty about all the games I haven't played, because 90% of the games that I do have that I haven't played yet, I'm planning on streaming. Like Nier Automata, Fire Emblem 3 Hopes. A lot of these games I'm going to stream, so that's why I'm not playing them, because I'm waiting to beat this long-ass game that it seems like it's going to take me until next year to beat, called fucking Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. But, you know what I mean?
Bro, it's your favorite game.
It's a good game, though. But, yeah, that joint looks good. Then we got Assassin's Creed Shadows, got 15 minutes of gameplay, and then like a deep dive into, some of the new mechanics and stuff like that.
Why does the combat look like it's Ghost
of Tsushima?
Yeah.
Because it is. Yeah, technically. I mean, not a bad thing.
No.
Definitely not a bad thing.
Not if they don't if they actually like keep it fleshed out. It's not just like an attempt to copy them.
It looks good. It looks good. And then they showed off the stealth, which was my favorite part, and that's what got me 100% sold on spending $110 to get that gold edition or whatever it is.
You get that extra mission.
Get the extra mission, get the season pass, and 3 days early access. Bro, I need that 3 days early because the game comes out on a Friday. You know what I mean? I stream on Fridays over at twitch.tv/BLAZEDxENFERNO, and I ain't trying to stream that shit for y'all niggas. But yeah, man, the stealth looks great. The stealth looks awesome. You can finally, for the first time ever in Assassin's Creed 20-year-long history, you can fucking crawl. Like go prone.
You can crouch to sneak.
It's crazy, man. generational gameplay right there, man. Guess what else you can do? You could turn off lights to hide you more. You know what I mean? Looking good, man. Looking good. Feeling great about this one. Feeling some greatness.
It's still got the RPG mechanics to it.
Yeah, and that was what I was happy to see. It's still there. The RPG influence is still there. It's the same thing with Star Wars Outlaws, by the way. Star Wars Outlaws is a full-blown RPG, just like the last two Assassin's Creed games. I'm excited. I'm ready to dive in. I'm ready to get this, man. I'm ready to get it. I think Assassin's Creed Shadow is going to be a sleeper hit. I think a lot of people were expecting that game to fail, and I think that game is really going to surprise some people. And it looks good. It looks really, really good. So hopefully they keep up with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then last but not least, because this was the super, super small Ubisoft Forward, we got season 1 of X Defiant, or Lag Defiant, if you want to call it that.
Jesus.
Or Hit Registration Defiant. Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to call that game. We're getting season 1. And hopefully a bunch of
from Siege.
Yeah.
So I was actually going to return for that.
It's GSK operators. I don't know if it's Blitz, but it's
Blitz and I think IQ.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get his shield and his ability, it looks like. So I'm curious on how many people are going to hate the game after that, because
they're adding more shield ops. We're getting 3 maps.
He's like the notorious shield op that everyone hates in Siege.
We're getting Daytona, Clubhouse, Rockefeller, and then 3 new weapons. Rank play, and then Capture the Flag, which I'm happy to see Capture the Flag.
Yeah, CTF hopefully is what was needed.
Hopefully it's the 1 flag and not the 2 flag, but even the 2 flag would be
you want
much appreciated.
Attack and switch.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully it's just both.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully, like I said, this update comes with a lot of fixes. We went on a nice little rant on Saturday about X Defiant, and I just feel like I'm gonna put that game down until the 2nd. You probably won't see me stream it. Unless it's like one of those Fridays where everybody's like, get on Defiant. I may be like, all right, fine. We'll get on X Defiant. But I truly feel like I'm gonna just sit it out until the 2nd. I mean, I got Call of Duty to keep me busy. I gotta finish this battle pass for that. So yeah, I mean, I like the game. Like we said, we gave it a 6 with great love.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really want the game to flourish and do well. I don't know how well that's going to play out with Black Ops 6 coming out. I really don't. They're going to have to really pull some shit out of their ass with that joint. There was a content creator, I ain't going to say their name, a big content creator, right? Like 2 days after X Defiant came out, this dude was really like on his stream talking about this game needs a battle royale. I was like, dog, I'm done with y'all niggas, man.
Was it fucking, what's his name? Dr. Disrespect.
It was Dr. Disrespect, man.
This motherfucker, he's like, this is battle royale.
And it was another guy. I think his name's Stone Mountain or some shit. If it's not him, I'm mixing people up. Because I get Stone Mountain's a guy I watch for my Call of Duty loadouts, but I don't know if it was him or it was somebody else, but like 2 days after X Defiant came out, people were like, this game's really good, but it could really use a battle royale. I was like, you guys are the fucking problem. Y'all are the fucking problem, dog.
Bro, just let the game be, okay? Just let the game
man, like
it needs other content than battle royale, all right? It needs fucking custom games. It needs other game modes. It needs
Then they're sponsoring they're sponsoring certain content creators, and they're speaking about the game in ways that I thought I would never see said content creators speak about the game, because I feel as though they're under a contract to say good things about that game. But
yeah, it's
I ain't
usually
going
a
shit
sponsorship.
I ain't going to shit on people. Yeah, I mean,
they get in the bag.
On their bag. You get your bag, but
get your Raid Shadow Legends.
When I see people kind of you'll shit on Call of Duty for the same thing, but I mean, this game, it's like, all right, you lose a little bit of credibility.
You know me, I will shit on Call of Duty all day.
Me too. But guess what I'm gonna do too?
If I get paid doing it, I'll do it.
Listen, I'll gladly pay to talk shit on Call of Duty, but guess what? You still gonna see me online though. You still gonna see me online. But yeah, the X Defiant Season 1, I'll be there. We'll be streaming it. It will be a good time, hopefully. Hopefully. I mean, but that's it for Ubisoft. And then this is becoming one of the longest podcasts we ever had. If you made it this fucking far, we appreciate you. Let's bang out this last, because we've talked so long that the Nintendo Direct is done, so we can actually talk about it.
Theirs are pretty short anyway, so
yeah, they showed off some nice little things. So let's get into I guess the big thing that they showed off was the Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, which, like Eknight said earlier, you play as Zelda. You actually play as Zelda as the main character. And Link has gone missing for once. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
We're getting a limited edition gold-colored Nintendo Switch Lite dropping with the game. I got to see gameplay. I got to watch a trailer of that. We're getting, and this is coming straight from the IGN article, all of this information. So we're getting Mario and Luigi Brothership is jumping to Nintendo Switch this November. So we're getting a new Mario game. I don't know who the fuck was surprised behind that. Dragon Quest 3 HD remake is coming to the Switch in November. That'll be crazy. With 1 and 2 coming the next year, I don't know why they're doing the third game first and then the other 2 later. I don't know. I've never played Dragon Quest. We're getting Donkey Kong Country HD. Oh my God, what?
Yeah, no, that looks pretty good.
That'll be dope. That'll be dope. That was a 3DS game, bro. That was dope. Yeah, I remember playing that joint. We're getting Super Mario Party Jamboree is the latest entry to bring the fun to the Switch. I'm excited for that. I'm glad I didn't buy fucking Goondar and everybody's fucking been hounding me to get fucking Mario Party Superstars. I'm glad I didn't buy that shit. Because now I'll just buy this instead. That comes out October 17th. And then for you that have the family plan, or not the family plan, but the Nintendo Online, you'll be happy to get The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past and Four Swords, which love that game. Four Swords, I had that shit on my Game Boy Advance back in the day. And I played it with my one boy using the link cable shit. That shit was fun. Metroid Zero Mission, which is one of my favorite games. It dropped on my birthday. Perfect Dark and Turok Dinosaur Hunter are being added to the Nintendo Switch Online later today. Oh, so we get to play that shit today. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. We're getting Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. We're getting some, hopefully that comes with fucking Marvel vs. Capcom too. Huh?
I see Metroid.
Yeah, they announced that Metroid Prime 4 is coming out in 2025, probably alongside the new Switch.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. They only announced it 8 years ago. My fault. They only announced it like
that was like a decade ago.
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago.
Bro, what? Yo, I gotta finish the Prime remake. We gotta finish that.
This is one I'm super excited for. Nintendo Switch Sports is adding basketball as a free update this summer. I gotta buy that sports joint now.
Bro, Silex?
Yeah. Silex.
From fucking Hunters.
Where's he at? He's in that joint?
Prime 4 Beyond, yeah, towards the end. He's one of the
Hunters.
Hunters.
There's a trailer? Oh,
yeah. Yo, it actually looks good.
Mobile game Fantasian is being released on Switch this holiday. Okay. Darkest Dungeon 2 will bring its tears to Switch next month, July 15th. A new Among Us shit is coming out. And then, as you said, I think they showed off Pokemon Za too. It said something about Pokemon
I
Za.
didn't see it in there.
Pokemon Za.
Za. Here, I just put it in the show notes. The trailer.
Let me see. Let me fangirl real quick. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
No, because I immediately recognized one of the dudes from Metroid Hunters. I'm pretty sure his name is Silex or something like that.
Ship looks cool now. Glad she jumped off the ship like in the old days. Oh shit. Music's gas. Yeah, this ain't coming out on the Switch. Bro, did you see those rain effects?
Bro, yeah. No,
the Switch ain't doing that. The Switch we got now ain't doing that.
I don't care. I don't fucking care, dog. I just want to play the game. Fuck that. I don't care no more.
Space Pirates look crazy.
They do kind of look like the remake one.
Oh yeah, that is Silex. Holy shit.
Right?
Because Metroid Prime Hunters doesn't have a number, does he?
No, it's just this. It's like a Fusion. It's like a side story type John.
Is it? Well, Fusion's canon though.
Yeah, but I don't know if Hunters is.
I think Hunters is canon.
Yeah, it might be canon. I think
it might be in between 2 and 3.
See, I want to know where Dread takes place then, because that takes place after Fusion.
Yeah, it's after Fusion.
So where does Prime 4 come in? Is that like before Fusion?
Before Fusion, yeah.
Oh,
Fusion is way off. Way off. So damn.
Yeah, I don't see anything for Pokemon.
Yeah, no Pokemon. Yeah. They said that it's coming out next year. That's all.
Yeah, I think they're just talking about when it's coming out.
Yeah. Okay, well, that was it for the Nintendo Direct, man.
Bro, banger, bro. Prime 4.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Damn,
bro, we did a whole live reaction on the podcast. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. All right, so let me tell you something.
What's up?
Let me ask you a question. If the Switch 2 is reportedly coming out sometime early 2025, are you copying?
Is Prime 4 coming out at the same time?
Probably so.
If so, then I'm copping.
I can bet $100 it's that or Pokemon Za are gonna be.
I feel like No, Pokemon usually comes out towards the end of the year, so I want to say it's probably Prime 4 will come out middle of the summertime.
Yeah, but this is an Arceus game. Remember, Arceus came out in January.
That's true, but like they're treating it like a Prime release.
We'll see.
Because think about it, like a lot of the spin-off Pokemon games, right? It's like they don't usually have a set release window; they just come out as they come out. I think they're treating Arceus like a new mainstay franchise.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. This is what I'm gonna say. I think Za is gonna come out when the Switch 2 releases in early next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then on Pokemon Day next year, quote me on this, by the way, y'all. Put this in a time capsule. Next year on Pokemon Day, they're gonna announce the Pokemon Black and White remake, and that'll be the flagship Pokemon game for next year.
Fuck, so I'll cop that. I'm
almost 100% sure that's coming.
Black and White was. I didn't like a lot of the mons, but it wasn't bad.
It's crazy because Black and White is considered to be like the best to a lot of people.
It's considered to be the best because the storyline is actually
good. The story was good.
Yeah, but some of the Pokemon, like I love Scolipede and shit, but the fucking starters, the only one I liked was Snivy. I hated
Gen 4 was the best, man. Gen 4, man.
I'm Gen 3er for life. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
We
I'm
had
a
the
Gen
best
2
remake.
for life.
We had one of the best remakes. Okay, fucking.
You know, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to tell y'all how though. You know what I mean, but I finally got to play Soul Silver, man. I'm playing Soul Silver right now, and I'm mad I didn't buy this game back in the day because it's like $100-something if you want to buy it now. Like buy somebody's like cartridge.
I'm so glad I played that back in the day. That was such a good game too.
Do you still have it?
I don't know. I don't know where it is.
You need to find
it's somewhere.
It and keep it, man. That's just worth some
Oh,
bread.
that shit is definitely not worth anything. It's probably all beat the fuck up. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, I'm a Gen 2 guy, man. That was the best generation. So
it was one of the best, yeah. But Gen 3 really was like my favorite. Had really good Pokemon designs, really decent storyline, fucking badass legendaries, good fucking maps, secret bases.
They need ZA to hit though. That's the thing. It's funny we say it like that. We need the ZA to hit, man. We need to
hit the ZA, dog.
We need the ZA to hit, man. We need this joint to. They need a W, man. Because I've actually, I don't know if you've seen on stream. I've been streaming Pokemon Scarlet.
I saw
playing
your
with a
YouTube
couple of
video.
Guys. Yeah, I was playing with a couple of guys.
I think you should add that to Friday Night Fights as like a tournament battle. We should have.
It's coming. Oh, it's coming. We got people from the Yu-Gi-Oh
I need an
tournament
excuse to jump back on there and do DLCs.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, hell yeah. We got tournaments coming for that. We're gonna do a little friendly Pokemon tournament. I mean,
just need to know if it's doubles or singles. That's all I need to know.
Probably do singles. We might do doubles too. That would
doubles is more interesting to watch.
Yeah, we might do doubles.
Singles is just more.
I'm gonna figure out the technical side of it. See how like
the tournament format is.
No, like how do we set that up? Like, is it still like back in the day how we can do the rooms?
Yeah, if you're streaming it, you can just. I'm pretty sure you could probably spectate the battle, but it's Union Circle.
Okay, bad.
Yeah.
Then we'll be doing that very soon. I'm gonna let y'all know this Mario Kart event that we've had in the Discord sitting there.
Actually, I think you can battle in the open world too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've never tried it, but
yeah, but I think it would be better to just get everybody in a room together instead of just because you only have 4 people in a world together. So
yeah, but they could just jump in, jump out type situation, and people can run around. But yeah, no, like I'm not entirely sure if you can set up that. I could do a little bit more research.
We're working on it. Like I said, I think towards the end of July, maybe around your birthday, we're gonna try to figure that out. That's the target. Is the end of July, early August. We're gonna try to get a Pokemon tournament.
I'll actually show up for that.
Yeah, people have been asking, and we'll run those monthly like we do the Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. We'll run those monthly as well. If they do good, we'll run them monthly. If not, we'll run them like bi-monthly or every once in a while we get a chance. But yeah, man, we trying to get some things swinging, man. Like join the Discord, like we said. Check the links description. To click on my name, should be in my links. You know what I mean, you can join the Liddy Gang Discord, man. We got a lot of shit going on over here, man. Like I said, we're working on this Mario Kart tournament, trying to get that right. They've been trying to get me to set up a Mario Party night, but now I might just say fuck them because that new one's coming out. I'm not gonna buy the old one. Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah.
But I think we can just knock out some of these articles and let me know what you think.
Shit, fuck it. Let's skim through them. We already did the Black Ops one.
The most popular game on Steam right now, the 11th most popular Steam game, is called Banana Clicking Game.
That's crazy.
It has 858,915 concurrent players on the platform.
Okay.
And all you do is click a banana. It's wild. What do you think about that?
That's great.
Do you think that's great? That's playable for last gen hardware?
No. No, hell no. But I just got super excited. Somebody just texted me, right?
Yeah.
and they said, hey, they gave me a great idea, which I'm totally 100% about to do. Because if you didn't see on Sunday, I was streaming Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I'm having a lot of fun with that game. Swinging my
You doing it
Joy
on the
Cons
Wii?
all over the place.
Oh,
no, I'm
no,
doing
you
it on
didn't.
on the Switch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was playing that on stream before I had to dip off on fucking Sunday and take care of some shit. But I'll be playing that again this week. But my boy just hit me up and said, yo, we should play Legend of Zelda Four Swords on stream. Hell yeah. You got the Game Boy Advance emulator on your Switch, right?
I don't know. I haven't picked up my Switch in a while, so I'll probably find it on there.
Bro, you gotta do that, man. We gotta get a
gotta play
Four
Four
Swords. That, man.
Swords.
That game was fun as shit back in the day.
Oh, okay. So what do you think about
man?
Think about this? The United States Surgeon General is urging Congress to take action introducing warning labels for social media that are similar to how tobacco products are labeled.
What the hell?
They're basically saying may cause mental stress on any of the apps when you go to download them. It's like as a warning label.
Man, next article, man.
Okay.
Bro,
we already talked a bit about the Elder Scrolls 6 teaser being 6 years old.
Bro, listen, if you got a lot of these apps now, and I like this feature because I seen it the other day. A lot of these apps have a feature where you can literally take a break, or you can make it limit the amount of time you
can
spend
control
on
the
it
content
every
that
day.
you consume. Yeah, no,
just do that, man. A lot of y'all need to disconnect from the fucking internet any goddamn way.
All right.
It's not a drug. It's not hurting you. You just gotta pull your pants up and be a big boy. I know it's hard. I know it's hard for some of y'all. It's hard, man. It's hard. I start shit with people on Twitter every day. I have somebody call me a dickhead every day on Twitter.
Jesus
I'm all right.
Christ.
I'm fine.
I just don't use Twitter.
I love Twitter, dog.
Bro, that place is a cesspool. All right. IGN reports that From Software president Hideki, I'm not going to say his name. I can't.
I did want to talk about this.
Yeah, he's basically From Software is considering seamless co-op instead of like their kind of currency in-game based co-op where you have to like farm resources to summon your friends and shit.
That would make me more inclined to play. I ain't gonna lie.
They're considering it for future games, not Elden Ring, but like definitely future rings. I think it'd be great.
I would definitely be all in on that. That would actually make me like wanna. All right, I gotta beat this Souls game now because I would have somebody that
call. I mean, technically, you can still do it now. And when is that Elden Ring stream happening, bro?
Well, you're
you think
on.
I forgot?
Yeah.
You think I forgot?
I just be busy, bro.
Nah, you had a whole John on your stream. What should I do? An Elden Ring stream 100% filled, and then some. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, man. It'll be coming soon, man.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start it next week because people are going to be excited for
DLC. It actually got a 10 on IGN. They released a.
Why am I not surprised?
I mean, like it's IGN, so it's like take it with a grain of salt. But
I mean, it's Elden Ring. People love that shit.
Yeah, but it's just like it's still IGN.
I'm just gonna say it on the pod
I'd be
too.
like, all right.
I'm gonna say it on the pod too. If that game gets Game of the Year,
if the DLC gets Game of the Year,
I hate y'all niggas.
I'm gonna be actually mad if it gets Game of the Year.
Because when Phantom Liberty got nominated for Game of the Year, people lost their fucking marbles. How the hell does a DLC?
I'm gonna still say the same shit. It's DLC. It's not a new game. It's the same game. It's an expansion. If they have a separate category for DLC, like best game expansion or DLC, I'll be like, yeah, it deserves it. But it's not a new game. It's not a sequel.
At all.
I know people are saying it's basically like a sequel, but it's still part of the same game.
It's not.
All right. Every MMO out here getting an expansion doesn't mean that they get Game of the Year.
It's mid. Y'all just gas it up. Anyway, let's move.
It's not. I doubt it's mid. All right. It's probably really fucking good. I'm just saying. I don't think DLC. I don't think DLC should be
audience.
Game of the Year nominations. I'm
not targeted audience for these Souls.
You already got Game of the Year that last year. It's time to see what else. All right, I want Helldivers to win.
I like this. I would also be mad if Helldivers got it.
Stay fucking mad, though.
I would,
because we're the best fucking community.
But I'm actually happy with this next article. I'm like, that actually made me smile when I read that joint.
This is the shit why I love this fucking game. All right,
read it out for him, man.
We were faced to task between saving sick children on Vernon Wells or finally getting the anti-tank mine stratagem, which has been like overlooked several times for other stratagems and other shit. And Helldivers, over 70% of the community went to save some fucking kids, and we didn't. There was no tangible reward that we were aware of. So after we did that, Arrowhead donated $4,311 to the Save the Children donate, SaveTheChildren.org, which, by the way, you guys can Google that. It's an actual charity if you want to donate anything there. But yeah, really it was probably the most wholesome shit a game developer has ever done. Yeah, and thanks. I'm actually really proud of this community for just
real shit,
just doing it.
Real shit. That was dope. That was dope. That shit actually brought a tear to my eyes when I read that shit. Like that's some real wholesome ass shit.
It was already Game of the Year when I played it. It's Game of the Year even more now. The online component of it, the games as a service component of it is actually fucking
it's
top
genius.
Tier.
It's genius.
Top tier, and I fucking love it. Oh, and we got also a bunch of new balance patches.
We got in real life DLC for that game. That shit was crazy.
It was the second in real life mission we've had so far.
That shit was crazy.
Was fighting a major corporation.
Yeah, man, that shit was crazy.
This shit is lit, bro. I fucking love this ARG fucking games.
Real shit, man. And I'll leave y'all on this one because this will be the last one. This is a good one. This is a really good one. Because I already made the announcement in my Discord, but for people who ain't see it, before today's announcement, this is from IGN. Users who wanted to join a Discord call from their PS5 had to manually transfer the call to their console via the Discord app on a mobile device or computer. This new update requires just your PS5 rather than 2 devices. That is a big W for you PS5 niggas, because at this point, y'all shouldn't even be in PlayStation parties anymore. I don't know why any of y'all are still making PlayStation parties and inviting me to them joints. Don't invite me to no PlayStation parties.
It is funny though, but because when I do Halo nights, like I do tonight, because it's Tuesday, some of the guys that I play with actually invite me to an Xbox Live party, which I can join from my computer. But
you could do that. Yeah,
it's just funny to me because I'm so thrown off because I'm so used to just jumping into Discord.
Yeah, just jump into Discord, man. And that's another crazy thing because Xbox has been had that feature where you can, there's a Discord tab and you can go to which server and you can go jump into the voice chat and all that shit. So tell them motherfuckers stop sending you Xbox invites, man.
Well, I think it's just because they're part of a separate community. So they don't have a centralized server, at least for right now.
Yeah, they're not brought into the ecosystem yet, man. Discord changed a lot of things with that shit.
Discord just made gaming a lot easier.
It's simplified.
Yeah.
Easier to build a community and stuff like that too.
Do we have any shout outs or anything? Or are we good?
Nah, we done. Nobody hit the redeem this week, man.
That's crazy.
So we're good, man. We're good. But I'll give a shout out anyway, man. I'm gonna give a shout out to you, the listener, for listening to this long ass episode of the podcast.
Thanks, chat.
And for supporting us. I mean, thank you, chat. I appreciate you. I mean, thank you for being here. Shout out to the mods, man. Not just my stream, but Eknight stream. Shout out to all the mods doing what y'all do. Shout out to all the Discord mods. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say shout out to Ponot, who's just been super dope on modding in my stream recently. Sleepy Batani, BK. I forget. Do I have any more mods? I don't think so.
BLAZEDxENFERNO.
Oh, you shout yourself out. You don't even mod. Fuck. You just have it.
I'm the only mod in mod history that got banned or timed out for 30.
I timed you. You spammed emotes in my chat. I couldn't read chat. You were fucking spamming.
I was showing hype.
You were like, hype. I was like, all right, chill. And you're like, hype. I was like, all right. It's funny. I didn't know if I timed you out as a moderator, it removes your mod privilege.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, man.
I didn't know. I thought it would just shut you up for like 5 seconds.
Best mod. Now, shout out to all my mods. I got too many of them to name.
Oh, and Ruin is Zero. I forgot. He has mod stats technically, even though he's like always MIA.
Yeah, shout out to all the mods I got because I got way too fucking many, man. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to the Discord mods for real, man, because y'all be doing y'all thing. Y'all be on top of shit. We've been having like a lot of bots and shit try to get up in here recently. Y'all been on top of it. So shout out to all of y'all, man, because real shit, we've been trying to get this Discord like ran like kind of nice. Like we got like the daily articles. We got like a bunch of shit that we do. We got the events coming. Yeah, we trying to get this thing, you know, moving nice, man. Nice little community for everybody to be a part of, man. So I appreciate everybody's doing their part to make it good, man. And yeah, that's the shout outs, man. Now for the next podcast, we'll probably do a music one. That was the goal. And then I'll let y'all in on a little secret because I got a little plan, right? Episode 89. Plan on doing a music episode. Episode 90. The goal is to get Warren and Bird to come on to the gaming side and talk games with us. And it should be a good time. Should be a good time. Good topic, man. I've already talked to them about it. They're like 100% on board. And we just going to talk like good old games. Real shit, good old games. It should be a good time, man. But
yeah, that's it. That's all we got for this.
That's all we got for this long ass episode. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys.
Directs and
yeah, man. I appreciate you guys for listening. I hope you enjoy this podcast episode. As always, man, make sure you guys check out the links in the description. Make sure you like the YouTube video version, and also for Spotify and Apple Podcasts, you give it 5 stars. Share it with your friends too, man. Let people know, I mean, what we got going over here. I think, you know, like I always say, I think the best thing about, you know, when me and Eknight hook up or when me and Warren and Bird hook up, it's just really just friends talking about what we love, man. And we just, you know, that's why we have the great conversations we have. That's why we get loud and we talk over each other, is because, you know, we're all passionate about these things. And, you know what I mean? We love these things. We want to share that passion with y'all. And we hope that you enjoy that shit. You know what I mean? Make sure you check out my boy Eknight117 over at motherfucking Twitch. And also check out his YouTube, which has been going crazy. I mean, you're almost at 800 followers, right?
Yeah, it's like 750, right?
Yeah, let's get it, man. Make sure you subscribe to Couch Combat, man. Show him some love over there. Those links will be in the description. Everything will be in the description, man. Make sure you check that out. Click in the links. Tap in with us. Follow us on Instagram, all of our social medias. Get to know us, man. Like I said, we're more than just a podcast. We're more than just streamers. Get to locking in with us, man. But this is it. It's 11:29. I got to get ready for work in like 2 hours. So I got to take a nap. Shit. Yeah, I might call out on it. Nah, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Juneteenth, man. I'm going to take a day off.
Yeah,
man.
call out
personal
tomorrow.
Day.
Enjoy.
Yeah. But this is all we got for y'all, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the episode, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out.
Bye.